All right, we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world. Crazy, right? Tell you that shit without laughing. Yo, I love my job, man. I love my job. Damn, I don't even know where to start. Shout out to the subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. If you notice, we've been kind of tapping back into, hip hop legends. That's important to y'all. But bear with us, because you're gonna see a couple new things happening too. Remember to clock in. Stay loyal, stay down. Don't get shady on us. We're experimenting, all right? Stay tuned.
Hit that like.
Hit that like, hit that share. Let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you're a motherfucking hater. MECC, what up?
Salute, King.
What's the word?
Rest in peace, Grand Hustles, Clay Evans.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a fan of The Wire, Lance Reddick just passed away. Some of you new kids know him from some of the other movies, but if you're a fan of The Wire, you know him from The Wire. Rest in peace to those two brothers.
Well,
salute.
Moment of silence.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yo, is he in the fourth John Wick
Yes, he
movie?
is.
Yeah, man.
He's in it.
He's from Oz, too.
He's in it. He didn't even get a chance.
crazy.
He was in Oz, too.
He's in Oz, yeah.
Yeah, he was in Oz.
Yo,
You know what?
Wow.
I forgot that. That was a good one.
He was the undercover cop. That was
No,
absolutely.
I forgot he was in Oz.
Yeah, me too.
That was a good one.
And man, that's the thing. You get a series, you got a ton of those. 4 John Wicks, the whole Wire, the whole Oz. Like that's
What was the other joint?
He did stuff on
it was The Wire.
CBS. He did stuff on CBS and like NBC, like those
like
cop
some
shows.
doctor shit. Yeah, doctor shows.
Oh, I think he was in Grey's Anatomy.
Might have been.
he was in 300, the second one.
Anybody know what he passed from?
Yes. It said natural causes. I just said natural causes, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah,
that
that
means.
don't mean.
I feel like that's the vaccine sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I be feeling like it's the vaccine when niggas say
Oh,
that.
start no conspiracies, man. YouTube on some bullshit right now.
I'ma pray for
Bleep that shit.
I'ma pray for
For
you.
now.
Sean Bigger, man of God. What it is.
Heavy-handed.
I'm sorry.
Splat.
What's up, Grasshopper?
See, I knew you was going to something.
My brother.
What it is, bro?
Cool.
Got my man Bart in the building. What's good, sir? Thought you was Hov when you walked in. I was like, nigga, we made it. Man, Bart, though. We still made it, though. Champ, what it is, son?
Everything is well, man. Happy to be free, happy to be alive, not in prison, man. Shout out to you, shout out to all of us, right? Shout out to everything that we doing, man. Just keep hitting that subscribe button, keep liking, and let's keep winning, man.
Wow.
It's simple.
Aries
right.
season.
Yo, I think that
Aries
the
game.
jail nigga got the most positive intro. Like,
He would be. He would have.
Because I'm grateful, nigga. I'm grateful to be here. Like, I could be sitting behind a wall right now. I'm here with you.
I feel
Made
you.
all the sense in the world.
Shit.
You seen how bad it can get. I'd be grateful as
I'm
shit
here with
too.
this nigga. Like, look, man.
Look,
Never thought I'd
we
be
got
this nigga.
one of the best pens in battle rap in the building. I gotta give it up to my BRC brethren. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We battle. Go check that out.
Yeah, you
Go check that out.
I don't like that. Good propaganda. I don't like that.
The views is gonna spike on that motherfucker. But yeah, this guy is like, when I thought I was doing incredible stuff, there was a generation coming up that was like, we gonna do this shit every weekend. How about that? Like, you guys is putting in work. I mean, you battled in California and then battled the next day in Toronto, right?
No. I battled in New York and I battled the same day in Cali. Same day.
You see what I'm talking about? This shit is not, I can't keep up with these niggas. More. I can't keep up. We got John on in the building. Don't give them all the claps. Because we got, when I say, yo, Yo, my nigga, I used to be in love with Sierra, bro. This shit crazy, man. Yo, 17 million records sold. We all recognize Snoop as the big dog, but there was his nephew that came up who was also a big dog in the game. He's here with us today. Bow, what you giving me? Hello. What's good, man? You fresh off the jet?
No. Not today.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, I was in love with Sierra, bro. And I was like, I saw 106 in Park one day. I was like, oh shit, what the? Oh! It's crazy. I mean,
Not a
do
deep
we
breath.
run down a list? Can we? No.
It's a long list.
Is that? It's not bad, right? That's not a bad thing.
To the mall.
It's a nice list.
Absolutely.
We got Angela's.
We never dated.
Never
it was
dated.
so crazy. Nah. Always like just remain just like friends. I know like that's like the weird.
Oh, you're not claiming that,
Never.
right?
Nah. We never dated.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Never did.
Still hoping. All right. You got Sierra. Come on, man. What do you already? You want? I got.
You can run that.
You want?
I'm gonna see it.
Bro.
Not the
Google, nigga. I want to get them all.
You know what's crazy? There's some shit on there. Like when you look that shit up, it's like my like top 20, and it's just there like a list of like every
top
girl
20?
Not
online.
I swear to
top-
God, like even like the video mixes, like it's every girl that I ever got is a line, like a fucking list.
What is it, a Bow Wow body list?
Some shit.
What
The
the
Bow
hell?
Wow body list.
That's crazy.
body list.
Gotta live up to your name, my nigga.
How hard? How difficult is it to leave that reputation alone if you want to get serious?
You know what's crazy? I was just talking to somebody about like something similar to that.
Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on.
Come on.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Before we get into the serious
Fuck,
question,
bro.
just
What you got?
Yo, hold on. You verifying these, right? Okay, of course we know Sierra, right? That's the Baxter.
Facts.
Kim Kardashian.
What?
Not that face.
Huh?
Not that
It's
face.
one. It's one of the.
Oh,
It's one of the list. Keep going.
I'm throwing the phone at that. I'm throwing the phone. Oh shit.
Oh, what are y'all doing to this dude?
Shot. You go here.
Somebody get him a shot, man.
Take a shot for every chick you verify.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Corinne too. Damn.
Rim was with that.
Bruh, y'all look them up, man.
got the
This
headshots
is
on there?
crazy.
That's the
got the
that's the
headshot.
website. That's the shit with the. It's like listed down, right? The shit is crazy.
They got like their model
Erica
shots on
Mena,
there.
like, how are you doing this, son? Like, how,
Carefully,
what do you?
apparently.
How's
Very
how-
careful.
Allegedly.
Yeah, alleged. Alleged.
His name is Bow Wow.
Yo, this really a top 20, son. Is it weird when you run into like husbands and shit like that?
I had one experience where I did. I'm glad you brought that up. I did have a husband call,
Right.
and it was on a FaceTime, and it was weird because me and old girl we never FaceTime. So I'm
Right.
like, what the fuck is going on? So when I answered the phone, I'm like, let me be smart, keep the shit up like this.
Right.
And
Ceiling.
then, yeah,
Ceiling
right to the
time.
ceiling, so the shit just white. So I answered it, and the motherfucker just said, let him get out 3 words, and I hit end. And I just immediately called
What were
Snoop
the
like,
words?
yo,
What were the words?
like, it wasn't like on no like stay the fuck away from my, but it was on some like, I hung up on a nigga so fast, I don't even think I let the nigga get a word out. Once I knew it was the dude, I'm like, I don't, what the fuck? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was probably like the only time in my life where I had, but we, you know.
You and Kanye cool now?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, all right. I just take a guess. Don't you?
Nah, actually,
no offense.
I had to call Unc, and Unc just kept it gangster with him, like, you know what it is? Like, you know, telling dude, like, you know what it is? Like, you know what type of girl that is. And he respected it. And then me and dude, we met eventually, and everything was all good. Talked with 5-minute conversation, done.
Crazy.
All good, all good. But yeah, that was the only time I had somebody like the close husband encounter. Some shit like that.
Are you like the foul nigga? Like you send like what's ups when you see like headlines and shit? You're like,
Like
that
if
nigga?
a girl break up, like if she like in a high profile relationship, she break up and then I go right in. Nah, I'm only foul like if it's a nigga I don't fuck with. Then I can get foul.
Who's that?
All right, like it could be anybody, like nobody in particular, but if, just say like, oh man, like I don't fuck with that nigga, don't fuck with her. I'm gonna fuck his baby mama. Like, I'm gonna fuck his bitch, bro.
You did.
Wow, nigga where it hurt, bro. Like, I'm
Now, that's how you really get a nigga where it hurt. Niggas don't be caring about nothing else.
Either
But
they
you
or they
fuck a
pockets.
nigga girl, a nigga wife, you be ready to kill somebody.
or shit like eye for eye shit. Like it can be like I just had a girl recently, like her baby daddy. School is keep calling. Gotta give him 2,200. I'm like, that's it. I'm like, here it is. Here you go. Boom. And I know the nigga like, why you take care? Don't worry about it, cause I play them type of games. If I don't fuck with you, if I don't know you, if I don't know you, don't fuck with you, it's free game. But I'll do little shit like that. I'll do little sneaky shit like that.
Up, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's real fucked up.
That's Brooklyn nigga shit. Bow Wow from Brooklyn nigga. That's Brooklyn nigga shit.
Yeah, that's slime.
You ever worry about the karma?
No. Because back to the question you asked me earlier, like I'm content. Like I feel like I had like the women that I should have been with, I feel like God already put them in my life. I know that's crazy, I'm 36 and I'm sure motherfuckers like, then you got a long life ahead of you, you're gonna meet other people.
Right.
But to me, I felt like I had those women. You know what I'm saying? And then, I was too immature at the time and wilding out and I lost them, right? So I'm just content with that shit. And me having kids, I don't know, I love being single. So I never got to worry about nigga fucking my wife or you gonna fuck. Like I don't care because I'm never gonna get married.
But are you single off of paranoia because of the dirt?
Nah, just single because of the shit that I've gone through. Like it's so hard for me to be myself and be in a relationship. Like I've seen it go both ways. I can be the good dude and be faithful, and I still get accused of shit because of my past. Like when you looked up that rap sheet, it's like.
It's crazy.
I would never believe you. I would never trust
Facts.
you. So I go into
You're a
relationship.
repeat offender.
So I go in a relationship already knowing like that shit is gonna end. Like I know you shouldn't go in with it with that type of mentality, but for me and the lifestyle that I live, I understand. I understand, but I get it. It's like I get so many girls. I can deal with that. I ain't nothing. As long as you don't bring that home, as long as that shit fizzles out so fast. The first time she see you in the section and there's girls around, are you fucking that bitch? That's the bitch. What happened to the girl that told me you wasn't gonna trip over this shit? Like now you tripping.
Right.
That's every time. Every time. And on top of that, like me, I just love women. So I know, and listen, being single, you still go through boyfriend shit because girls catch feelings and you know what I'm saying? So I've gone through
facts. As soon as you take the rubber off, you're in a relationship. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. What are those relationships like? How do they last long? Are they meaningful? Is it sometimes like just for publicity? Is it like
I've never been in a relationship for publicity. Like every relationship I've been in was real. Like it was never for publicity. I mean, I'm sure there's celebrities that do that shit, but I mean, love is a real thing. So it's like I don't play with that. But yeah, I mean, they might like they'll. I think the longest I've gone like 2 years. That's a long time for me.
2 years?
2 years is a long ass time. Long time. But I've had women like along my journey through my career who I've met, and I'm talking about at 16, and I still fuck with them to this day. That's like a 22-year friendship, whatever the case may be, on and off, whatever. But it all depends. But that's like a handful. I can count on like my finger how many of those I had.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's interesting is I know you have a daughter, so she's becoming of age soon. What, as men, as brothers, do we teach our little girls?
Oh my God.
That's actually the karma I was talking about.
Self-discipline. For me, it's because also the reason why I'm not worried about that, and also to piggyback on what you said too, is because I've instilled, me being who I am and the type of man that, I am or I was, she's gonna have all the knowledge and game to know what to fuck to stay away from. And I've been planting that seed in her brain since she was like 3. Like 3. Letting her know, like, and she knows. If I face something right now, she knows, like, nah, my dad don't be playing around. And I'm not the type of father, too, to bring a lot of women around my daughter.
Yeah.
Never have, never will. and she can attest to that. Like I've never seen that lifestyle of my dad. That's why I'm so cautious on what I post on the gram. I was wilding, showing girls, and just and I had to piggyback a little bit. Like, oh God, like she runs her Instagram. She can just check on dad at any time. I don't want her to think this is right. And even with her mom, like there's times where, you know, I was talking to Bart. I'm like, yo, should I call Joy and like let her know don't post this or don't do that? But I'm not her man. Like I don't know. So I just had those conversations with my daughter. Like this is what you're not going to do. This is what you stay away from. Now that she's damn near a preteen, she's about to hit 12. It's like now it's the boy thing has begun. Like it's now starting. You know, she's starting to. Her body is starting to like it's weird as shit. I was just talking to her mom about it, but it's fucking me up.
Heart attacks.
Oh my God, I hate it. Like I hate it.
Worst.
And she just knows like your dad played the game. You're gonna have all the knowledge and all the tools, but I always instill like self-discipline, your worth as a woman in her. I always open up the doors for her. That's just like she knows. Like she will stand at the door. I said, "Mom, look, gonna open the door for you. Stand there.
Right.
You stand there.
Yeah.
And look at him like he crazy." Because dad done did it for you since you start walking. I never let my daughter touch the car door. Open doors, like all that shit is just like, nigga, if you ain't finna, I can go home. Like, so she knows, like, so I made sure I embedded all that.
How do you explain her mother to her?
You know, it's crazy because, and Bart, we just talked about this shit not too long ago, right? It's like, it's similar. Because I know she sees certain things and I'm like, yo, mom's grown, it is what it is, she's gonna live her life. But I don't want you to think this is okay. Or I don't want you to think, you know, you don't have to do that. But her mom does a good job though. I will say that, like Joy does she's not online twerking and wilding out and fucking doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she's an excellent mother. You know, she's perfect in my eyes.
Give it up for great baby mama.
Absolutely.
Give it up for great baby mama.
Like holds it down.
We need y'all.
Oh my God, holds it down. All the dancing routine. Like if she dances with her and that shit just goes viral. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she does an excellent job.
But not necessarily her mothering skills, right? Not even on that wave. But daddy was with mommy. Daddy and mommy had me. Daddy's not with mommy. Mommy is the perfect woman, but daddy's not with mommy. And then after mommy, daddy went on to
Something else.
and then there's a list of where daddy went
It's
after
a long
mommy.
That list was there before
I'm
Joy.
sure it'll be updated.
Actually, I'm trying to chill the fuck out.
And
I don't want it to get updated.
That's what I'm asking. When you have to sit down and explain to your daughter why mommy's not with daddy, even though mommy is perfect and mommy is this and mommy is that.
Right.
But daddy's not with mommy.
For me, I didn't even have to have that conversation. That was already established growing up. She saw that off the rip. As soon as she started talking, they could understand she knew we wasn't together. She never, and it was crazy you bring that up, she never even asked me why not. She never, and I remember growing up, I used to always ask my mom why.
Yeah.
But my daughter never one time, maybe her mom, but never asked me, how come? Or
She might ask the mom.
she just sees it. Like
Might ask your mom.
yeah, she sees it. Like there's times I'm like, me and mommy gonna get back together on this one. It's no. Like she'll say it like no.
Yeah.
Like that, you know that ain't gonna happen. Like she's so used to the shit that I didn't have to talk. And to the point I'm like, you don't want that. And we tried that before, like moving back into the crib, but shit was just so messed up between us and me being younger and being immature. It just didn't work out. You know, I think
You're grown now.
Yeah. But it's to the
And
point.
she's grown now.
But we're so.
Yeah, shadow monsters, bro.
But if you had issues with your kids' moms early on, and you go through so many fucking levels of shit.
Yeah.
That once you reach that peace level and everything is gravy, everyone's
don't
happy,
want it to
you
stop.
want to keep it there.
Yeah, facts.
So when I say like Joy is my fucking dog, like that's my dog, whatever. Like I don't give a fuck what she called for, it's getting done on the spot. Like we have such a great place and space that I don't even want to play with that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. But she knows I got it back. But yeah, I never really had to explain it to her. She never asked. She saw it. It was more of I see it. Oh, I see why. I see exactly why. And then of course, moms will have conversations with their daughter. Well, your daddy got a lot of girls. Daddy cheated. Daddy. Right. She never brings that to me. But now that she's 12 and that is now starting to happen. Dad, you know, I think he's cute, or Dad, and I'm like, no. Like, no, like, no, what the fuck is going on? No.
I think you might need to have that conversation before the first heartbreak.
Absolutely. I wonder about that though. I recently spoke to her about that because she told me, what was on New Mexico? Saturday? 2 days ago? And I'm in the lobby checking in the hotel, and she's like, Dad, you know, I like these kind of guys, I like these kind of boys. I'm like, you don't need to be worrying about that shit right now. Like, you know, I've broken hearts before. Dad can't deal with somebody playing with you and your heart. That's what happens, Shy. Like, boys, we break hearts. And I don't know if I can handle that shit. Like, you come home crying and, oh my God, and I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just told her, like, yo, I need you to, and she's so smart, but just focus on the task at hand. Focus on what you wanna do. You know, you wanna be an actress. You wanna do all of these things. Focus on that. Let everything else come. But boys, right now, I'm telling you, it's, then I did, so I said, look what I put mom through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like my mom.
Use
like,
yourself as an example.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, you know, look what I put mommy through. Like, this is what boys do. Like, so just wait on that. Wait on that. Protect your heart and just wait on it. Don't rush.
I gotta, go ahead, Bigga.
I was just gonna say we had the mob wives. You know the mob wives.
Yeah.
We had her the other day on here, and she had said we were speaking about this, and it brings familiarity to me because of my wife. So she said her husband, that she chose her husband because of her father. And I thought about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my wife chose me for the same exact reason. So with that said, we have to look and see that we lead by example.
Correct.
So the little girl is going to look at you, her father, and the ways and actions and your lifestyle you're living. She ultimately is going to choose her husband according to the way you're living.
Absolutely. That's why I keep everything away from, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. Like, there's nothing bad that is around her. Like, not really crazy shielding her, but when it comes to certain shit, like she tried me one time when she was in Atlanta. she tried me one time. She was like, Dad, every time I come stay for the summer, all the bros in the house. There's nothing but bros. All y'all do, y'all be loud, playing the game. Like, can we go to Top Golf? I'm like, you wanna go to Top Golf? She's like, but I want some girls, like call some of your friends. Call your girls. I'm like, Daddy ain't got no girl. What you talking about? It's like, like, this is shy. Like, I can't, like, we so close.
Pull up the website, Dad.
Bro, we so close. You know what I'm saying? And that one time, cause I don't know if she's seen something, if I did some reckless shit, cause she won't bring it to me, cause I don't know why, but I'm Dad, so she's just scared. I don't know what it is, right? But I don't know if there is an issue if she did something because my mom was up. She confides in my mom.
So grandma, she told us.
Grandma come back and be
Tima,
like,
my mother. So you know Shad said it, right? And I'm like, what? Like, yeah. So for me, I try my best to keep all that shit. Like, I don't post. Like, thank God for close friends, but I don't post when I'm in the club. I don't post me fucking loaded, drinking bottle drink. Like, I stay away from that shit. All she know is that's my dad. He's silly. He's fun, and he don't play when it comes to me.
Now, my question to you is, the same thing that your daughter has right now as she's growing up, did you have that growing up?
Hell no. Definitely not. I mean, you know.
You had to figure it out.
Yeah, because you gotta think, my mom gave me the Snoop, like, at 6. Like, oh, y'all wanna take him? By all means, there you go. This might be the way out of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so you gotta think, man, me being 6 years old, my mom literally gave me up in a way. Like, here you go. It was just me, Snoop, Death Row. That was that. And then I end up moving in with Nancy Fletcher. That's one of Snoop's background singers. And she's like all over the like Doggy Style albums and singing and all that type of stuff. And I ended up staying with her. So yeah, I was around a lot of shit. Weed, smoke, gang banging, all type of shit. You see, that's me on the Doggy Style. I'm cursing all 3 of the little kids.
Yeah, that's a fact, yo.
So you already know, it was no parental advice, it was none of that shit. My mom heard that and said, what the fuck do y'all have him doing? And that was what I was around.
So do you think because you was around that's the reason why you dealt with women the way you dealt with them? Because of how you came up at such a young age?
Hell nah.
Oh, man.
I gotta ask you. Man.
Nah, I think I deal with women the way I deal with them is, you know, I because of the things that I seen from people who I looked up to. My father wasn't in my life. So I never had a father figure up until I got with Snoop, and then once Snoop passed me to JD. You know what I'm saying? Like JD probably was like the closest thing to a father figure that filled that void, right? And then comes niggas like Nelly, Mo, right? So I'm watching cats, and it's like, you know, it's like the little nigga, but I'm you know, I want to be like the big homies, you know? Nelly pulling up, Black Murcielago talking shit to me. Was that a Colorado? Your doors wouldn't go up, okay? Went to Miami the next day, 380 bands. Went and drove my shit right back to the studio from Miami. I drove my shit back, parked my shit next day. I said, nigga, go outside. So, that was my influence. It was the shit that I seen. I'm seeing JD, them niggas throwing ones in the strip club going crazy. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Well, Snoop gave you your name.
Snoop gave me the name, but I would say I was influenced by Atlanta and the shit that was around me, the shit that I saw. Cause you gotta think, coming from Columbus, Ohio, that's where I'm born. Right. We don't see girls like this. I'm going to school and I'm like, then I go on a promo run with JD and I'm looking at the girls on JD tour bus. I'm like, this shit is like incredible. This is what I want. It's like being in the hood and you see the street nigga or the top dope boy, that nigga coming through, pulling up. All the youngers on the block, I'm like, nigga, that's what I want. So it's the same shit. It was, you know, so to answer your question, that's really what it was. I was just influenced by the good shit that was around me, and I wanted it. And so, yeah, but I don't be dogging women and all that crazy shit, though. I'm gonna play with my shit, but yeah, that's it. That's what I don't be like, bitch, leave and all that crazy. I don't do none of that. But
I wanna move on to you know, coming up in the game, but there's two questions I gotta ask.
All right, make it 3, because I got one on the tail end of that.
God damn, we still on it. We still on the female topic. This is crazy. This is crazy.
That's what they want to do. They want to do.
Well, most of these women that you dated, fans of yours when they was young.
I don't want to look to my left because I know this light-skinned nigga over here is laughing. Is he smiling?
Which one? It's about 3 of us.
Him right here. I didn't want to look at him. I didn't want to look because I know he asked that question. I know he knows the answer. Look,
Yeah.
Make it hard to lie.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how it's happening.
And
son.
it's
how it's
crazy.
happening.
I'm not sure.
And then I'll
They had
brag,
posters.
and I'll be like, damn, she was so bad. They
probably think they manifested the nigga.
She's
You know?
a fucking fan.
great.
She was a fan. Now she's grown with kids. Nigga, this is like a fantasy. You don't get no points for that shit. Like, that's the shit. I'm like, this song bag like this. I'm like, or once Bart here, or once the homie said a line of, Bart can be like, man, that's a bad bitch. Soon as the homies hear this come out of her mouth, yo, you know what? Like Mike, I was like, Bart like this. It's over.
It's over.
What the fuck? Like,
over.
here we go. This
Done.
bullshit.
It's
Yeah,
done.
no points for that. But yeah.
He said, my nigga, check the score. Shit is crazy.
Absolutely.
Shit is crazy.
Absolutely.
Second question. What's it like, okay, dating a celebrity versus dating somebody who's not popular?
I was just talking to Chris about this shit, Brown, and we was at his house. And we both love girls that are not famous. Because we've seen it, right? We've tasted both sides of the water. And see, this is the main difference. I think this is why I like talking to girls that aren't famous, because number one, it's a lot of shit they haven't experienced in life, and you'll be the first person to show them.
Yeah.
Even if you've done it already, but to be there when a person experiences some new shit, it's amazing. Like, you never been on a yacht? No. Like, we go on cruises. Nah, baby, this is a yacht. Like, this our shit. I like that. Get on there, blow a mind. Like, one of my ex-girlfriends never been to Las Vegas. I left All-Star Weekend in LA, like on Saturday, and I just took her to Vegas. Like, fuck All-Star. You never been? Like, that's fucking crazy. Now every time you go, even after me, if we don't work out, when you go with your next nigga, you're gonna have to think about me every time. That's not what But nah, I love the fact that I can put somebody on to my lifestyle and turn them on to new and different things. Whereas you get the industry girl and you're like, yo, it's a spot in New York called Brooklyn Chop, ate there already. Yo, Mr. Chop, been there already.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going to Tulum, who ain't been there already. So it's like, damn, like it's just, okay, well.
But is it less drama? Cause like,
oh yeah, big time.
I'm I ain't on this
Big
level
time.
yet, but
Big time.
Sometimes I get nervous because I don't know the intentions. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I see where you're going with it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, I'm big on energy. Like I can scope shit out, right? So for me, I know. Like I just had right before I came to New York, I had a girl hit me and said, "Yo, I'm going to your party tonight. Can you send me $750?" We ain't even fucked before. Like you asked me for $750? For what? For my hair, so I can look good for you. And then followed up with oh, my birthday passed. Bitch, mine did too.
Right.
You ain't even call me my birthday. She sent me a picture of a pink Chanel purse. That motherfucker was 13 racks. Like, it's easy now because these girls are so bold with the shit. You got all the music and everybody talking about, oh, get it back from a nigga, all this. Right. They coming forward with it, so that's how I know.
They think that shit real.
I'm a fly, handsome nigga. You coming at me about the pockets, you tripping. I know exactly what you want. Cut.
Right.
Like, so it's easy. You know the ones. Right? But the only time it can get tricky is when the girl is regular. I hate saying like regular or whatever, but once you accept them in your lifestyle, they accept the lifestyle, they don't know that their lives change. We walk out of a nightclub or wherever we go get something to eat in LA, and the paparazzi pop it, that's it. You own now.
Yeah.
We done seen too many girls go from regular to they date a nigga, and all it is that they fine. And then boom, after they leave that nigga, they on a reality show now. They done create their whole, so you can, it can turn. You can turn that regular girl into a famous girl overnight.
You can't go backwards in lifestyle.
Can't go backwards now.
Men don't go backwards sexually. Women don't go backwards in lifestyle.
Cannot go backwards once you put them on, and that's the only thing. But yeah, it's just pros and cons with it.
Yeah.
All right, my last one on this, and then we can move on. But I'm curious. I was gonna ask you how you would feel if your daughter met a dude like you, but you kind of answered that question.
Yeah.
So now my question is that your mother gave you away at 6. Just the way you said that kind of sounded a little. Y'all ever have a conversation about it? Because that's deep.
Nah, I was trying to find something to say instead of making it put like she said, like nigga, go ahead, get the fuck out the house.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something to say, but
that's gonna be a phone call.
I mean, it's 6 years old.
Yeah, at 6, I was so like numb to everything. I really didn't.
At 6?
At 6, yeah. I never once. I didn't start. I'd say this. I didn't start missing my mom until like 3 years, maybe like 2 years. I was away from her living in LA. So we were always talking on the phone and whatnot. And it wasn't towards like the ending stretch. And which is crazy story is, remember I told you I was living with one of Snoop's background singers. We went to South Central one time and she took me. And I wasn't around no kids. So when I went to South Central, of course, me being a kid, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I'm like, it's houses, it's grass and shit. It's a neighborhood full of fucking kids. I wanna stay with them.
Right.
And then I had to call my mom, like, yo, this is where I really want to stay. I want to stay with them. I ended up moving in with Snoop's background singers' friends off the top. And I remember being in the crib, lived with them for maybe like a year and a half, loved it. It was crazy. I didn't understand gang culture. I didn't understand none of that shit. And then I remember just calling my mom, like, yo, now I'm ready to go home. Like, shit moving slow. Snoop is out the door damn near. Dre been gone. Like, it's nothing. Like, this is dead. I want to go home, go back to school. It's over. Right. Finally got my ticket sent after begging my mom, I'm ready to go. The night that they took me, I was living with, took me to the airport. When they came back home, they got murdered. So if I would have been in the house waiting one more extra day to get the fuck out of LA to go back to Ohio, I probably would have been about it. It would have never been no battle. That shit would have been dub. Like, it was some gangbanging shit. It would have been a rap. Like, I know they would have killed me too.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's towards the ending stretch of the death row thing. That's when I really started like, all right, this shit's over. I'm getting older now. I want to go to school. I want to go back home. And that was
no lifestyle, no nothing, ready to just.
Oh yeah, because I didn't make it yet. The only thing I did was I did like 2 songs that's on YouTube on YouTube that got leaked out like the Death Row Vault. I knew this nigga was finna use it.
What's the name
It's
of
a
the
song
joint?
called 3 a.m. and it's a song called Dave that Snoop wrote. And both versions is out. Like Snoop's version leaked and then mine, of course, but he wrote the song for me. And then the first song Corrupt wrote for me. And yeah, that was all I did. So I wasn't even popping. No money. I'm still, no one knows me. You know, did a Gin and Juice video jumping up and down, but that was about it.
That was your debut, right? The Gin and Juice video?
That was my, yeah. First time I ever been on a music video set, music video, anything.
Right.
Was that right there. That was the definition,
Right.
the moment.
I'm not sure how I'd feel about my mom giving me away at 6. I still can't get past it.
Yeah,
Well, what was the lifestyle before that?
The lifestyle before that was cool. It wasn't like, you know, I never.
It was 6. What
Yeah.
lifestyle? You
It
in
was
school?
cool.
No, I
it
mean
was
like,
cool.
okay, was
living
you said this was the
Yeah.
ticket?
Oh,
Yeah, this
Yeah, what
was
was
the
the
ticket.
living
Like,
situation?
the living situation was cool. Mom's always had a job. My aunt was always living with us, and I remember all the time, like, yo, go to my homie's house. They got their rooms. They got posters on the wall. Mark McGuire, MJ, all type. I never had that shit because we only had two bedroom apartments, and my aunt got the other room. So I always had. I'm in the room with my mom. Like that's how it was. It sounds crazy, but it wasn't. It was never like in the projects, no crazy shit like that. But I,
Right.
always got the kicks and the shit like that. But as far as like, damn, nigga can't get no space. Like we moving, all right, cool, we moving, cool. I'm not moving out. Like she's coming with us. It's like, fuck. I can't get his own
How many
shit,
bedrooms in that motherfucker?
Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
so, but for my mom, it was like this opportunity of a lifetime. My mom grew up on gangster rap. That's all she played. So it was like, if this is it, like this could be the thing. And then, of course, my mom met Snoop's background singer. She met Nancy and they spoke and she was like, yo, I got him. Like, don't even worry about it. I got him. You looking for him, T, one flight away, one call, I'm gonna hold it down. But this kid is special. He gonna blow. Snoop want him close. Like, you know what I'm saying? And once my mom was like, all right, y'all gonna take care of my baby, cool. And that was it. I never looked back. Never looked
And
back.
ultimately, it did work out.
Yeah.
Worked the fuck out.
Facts.
Worked out.
So it was a
Facts.
good call.
And then the transition was from there to JD.
Yep, the transition from Death Row went straight back home to Columbus.
Hold on, before we even get there, do you remember what it was like during the breakup of Death Row?
Hell yeah. It was crazy. Like it was weird because it got divided.
How old
Like-
were you
like-
at the time?
Like 6.
6.
6, 7.
But you can remember
Oh yeah.
seeing like, yo, something different around it.
Oh yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. I was on like close, well, now it's Central City Mall in LA. And my mom got a call from the Death Row office like, yo, Suge want to see you. You know when you get that call back in the 90s, like Suge want to see you. It's like, oh fuck. Like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? Right.
That's the call you get. He's like, yeah, bring little man up here. We got something for him. And it's like, oh shit. So we went to the the Wilshire office. Everybody know. Go up, and then Suge came out and he was like, gave me my dog pound chain. I was like, oh, what's up? I was like, it's up now. I wanted the Bud Leaf because Snoop. I wanted what Ung had. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, nah. Since Snoop found him, he a part of the dog pound. We gonna put him. He over there. So he blessed me with my first. That was the first chain I ever had in my life. Suge gave me that. So.
With the blue paw.
Nah, it was all gold.
It was all
yeah,
gold.
he didn't give me the blue. I know which one you talking about though.
Yeah.
That was like later. Dad's
later.
popped that one up. Yeah. But yeah, it was yeah, man, it was crazy, bro. So many memories sneaking in the studio, like being bad as fuck, watching Pac record. You know what I'm saying? Getting a glimpse and then running out the studio room.
You got to see Pac record?
Absolutely. And I met Pac too. I had a show with Yo-Yo, Tupac, and Luke in the early 90s in Columbus.
What a lineup.
I did Jack the Rapper. I did all that shit. Like it was,
Wow.
yeah, all of that shit. Like,
Dope.
yeah, I remember all my Death Row early memories. I remember all that shit. Wow. Yeah.
So then
Oh,
the
so
breakup happens.
Yep. So of course the split. Dre is out. Gary started Aftermath and Do What He Do, and then Dog, I believe at the time was still over there trying to leave, trying to figure out his situation, and at the time he just felt like, man, this little nigga's so special. We getting older. I want him to miss the window. Like, called Steve Perdome at the time. Shout out to Steve. Steve was working at Epic, I believe, and he was like, hey, we need to put him with JD. Like, because Snoop used to always kick it with Chris all the time. Like, man, that nigga he can do it.
Right.
As bad as I want to do it, I just can't do it right now because of the position that I'm in. And the shit we got him on, like when you listen to that shit, that song, that leak, we got him with some straight gang banging, just gangster shit. And I don't know if I don't want him to go down that route to have to deal with the shit that I had to deal with. Because he gonna have to deal with it. He gonna be the little Snoop. You know he probably gonna come up, blue band. He gonna do everything. I don't want him to have to go through this bullshit.
Was he fighting the case during the time that you was
I was there,
around?
yep. So he was like, call JD and we need to put that in motion. And then once I left, I stayed close with Steve. He's like, you know, while you home in Columbus going to school, I'm gonna call moms and make sure. It was like, I felt like it was like, you know, like college kids get recruited and shit. They try to bribe me and send me shit. That nigga was sending me PlayStation games every motherfucking week in my house. You know, I was like, I'm fucking with Epic. Whoever, I ain't signed yet. But hey, I'm with this nigga as a kid. So that's when I was on the football field playing football for my school. And then my mom was like, come here. You know, they got the fences and shit around the school. My mom right down. I'm like, what's up? So we leaving tomorrow. I'm like, leaving tomorrow? Where we going? Atlanta. I'm like, for what? So we got a meeting with Jermaine Dupri. I'm like, oh, who is that? She's like, you know, crisscross. As soon as she said crisscross, and rest in peace to Chris,
Right.
I was like, no, I'm cool. Because I was such a hater of crisscross being on death row.
Why?
Because I used to stay at the La Montrose Hotel and ABC. That's the hotel used to be popping.
Yeah.
And you know, crisscross didn't fuck with ABC.
Right.
And crisscross was so big, and I'm like, damn, being on death row, that's where the fuck I'm supposed to be at.
Right.
I'm watching these niggas going up. Like,
Right.
I'm like, I hate these niggas. That's why I know my niggas hate me. Like, taking niggas' girlfriends to school and all that shit. I'm like, I get it. Like, I despise crisscross. And then once I met ABC, I clicked with them. Right? And then once I found out that they didn't get along, I'm like, oh, I believe, nah, like this is crazy. So I'm telling my mom, like, I never heard of JD. I don't know, like what the fuck? And I told my mom, like, I don't even want to do this shit. I don't even want to rap. I just want to be regular. I just want to play football. I want to be a kid.
Right.
Yeah, okay. My ass on that flight the next day. Nigga, I'm talking about. Went to Atlanta. Was at the Hyatt, which is still there. Went to the Hyatt in Buckhead. JD had me in the Hyatt all day. All day. I'm like, man, when is this nigga coming? I'm getting mad. Matter of fact, I ran into Jay-Z. I was checking in. Jay-Z was checking in. And I was so removed from like East Coast rap at the time, being in LA and being with Death Row. So all we heard was West Coast shit. So when I first saw Hov in the lobby, I'm like, he looked familiar. But then again, like, I know he's somebody, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was around the time the touch me, it was when anything was hot, all that shit. So that night they had a show at the Atrium in Atlanta. JD finally come pick me up, same type of shit, take me to the crib. Nigga had like 12 cars lined up in the back, fucking 13 dogs, pool, had a chick running around the car. I'm like, oh, this nigga ballin'. Like, this nigga gotta be rich.
Yeah.
Like, this the first motherfucker I seen me peep up in the the cocaine white Continental T Bentley. Never seen no shit like that. I'm like, nigga, why I gotta be on the car? Why I just gotta be on the car? So from there, perform that night. That shit on YouTube too. Me, Jay-Z, and JD, I'm performing. Hov is like hype man for me.
Wow.
And when JD saw me do that, it was a wrap.
You said that like nothing. Hov was hype man.
Yeah.
This is Hov we talking about.
Yeah.
Bro, you can
I
hear
got the guard
everybody's
MC in the back. He doing the ad libs.
everybody's collective record skip when he said that part.
What song
Hov was
I was
ad-libbing.
ready. It was a song that was written for me by someone when I was in Columbus, just making like my little circuit around. And I was sitting on the stage the whole time, and Brad was like, man, JD, man, the whole time that's how I was feeling while I'm on stage. I'm sitting on the DJ booth. I'm like, I hope I get that mic. That's all I'm thinking in my head at like 11. I'm like, I want the fucking mic. Like, I just want it so bad. And then Brad was like, man, let the little nigga go. The little nigga want to go.
Yeah.
JD, he ready. And so he's like, yo, Jay, I'm about to bring my little nigga out here and get the mic. And Hov's just like you got what? The footage is hilarious. Hov like, like he just hyping everything while I'm busting. I'm just going crazy. Crowd going nuts. And that was a night right there. JD said,
How old were you?
It's up. I was 11.
And he knew the words to the song?
I did.
No, Jay.
Nah, he was just doing like the
Yeah.
okay, like all that shit. And I was like, oh yeah, this is crazy. Like this is up after this. And then JD was like, he ready. It's time to get to work now. But I had to sit on the label for 2 years and all of that shit, recording songs. I think the first song we did was for Wild Wild West soundtrack. That shit ain't going nowhere, but it was just for the soundtrack. And yeah, we just stayed at it. And then that's how the whole me and JD shit was birthed from that night right there at the age.
No friction with Crisscross in those 2 years? Sitting on the label?
Nah. Which is crazy is, like, JD knows that. And when we did the So Def 25th or the 20th anniversary at the Fox, he had a big dinner, right? And it was like so special for him because he had all of his artists at this fucking long, like, Last Supper table, just, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, I just felt that, you know, this had to be done. All my artists are here. This is amazing. 20-something years. And if you look to your left or right, I put you next to certain motherfuckers because I felt like y'all need to meet or y'all need to talk. And you know, he put me right in the middle of Chris Cross. So it was a cool experience because, you know, we lost, we lost one of the Chris's, and I had a chance to sit next to him, and he was a wild boy, man. That boy was turned up, and JD was like, this nigga crazy. And he was like, nah, cause you know, you need to meet. You know, y'all need to chop it up. Everybody, I put the table, you know, the seating assignment, the arrangements this way for a specific reason.
He did a great job, you know, birthing, like, you know, young artists.
Yeah.
Like it was, you came after
Chris and that wave, yeah. Yep.
Nobody else after that.
Rapping
Well,
wise.
the Brad was young when she linked with JD.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad was young.
She was young.
But
she was young. She was
young-ish. Yeah.
She was younger. She wasn't like
absolutely
what y'all were.
Yeah,
So it was nobody after Bow Wow.
No. They tried. They failed.
I wanted to ask you about that. So, how did you feel about Little Bow Wow?
The name? Or just
the rapper?
Oh, cocky, confident like a motherfucker. I was ready to go. Ready to go.
And when Master P came out with his son, that kind of mimicked that. How did that
It was, to me, it was...
Did you think there was mimicking going on?
At that time, because of the similarities, yeah. Because I had the Mickey Mouse chain, he had the Bugs Bunny chain. And then I remember, you know, somebody, I don't know who it was, but it was like, you gotta look at that like a form of flattery. Like, you know, you never met him. You know, it's a possibility he started doing this shit because of you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you open up that floodgate, and if I'm paid shit, I'm going too. Fuck it. Lane there, let's drive in that motherfucker too. So, yeah, and then, you know, certain stuff he was doing, I was doing this crib walking, and he'd do it too. So when we finally met, it all made sense, you know? And it was crazy, we brought him up. He actually DM'd me yesterday. If you watching this room, my fault, you probably seen, I ain't say nothing, I saw the message, bro. But, yeah, you know, later on, he was like, nigga, I looked up to you. Like, you were my fucking idol. Like, I couldn't help it. Like, I couldn't help but to, I want to do everything. Like, I'm just one of the kids that had a parent and a platform where I can do it. Then you had all of us doing this shit. And when we did Versus with Soulja, that's why, you know, everybody was making jokes of why he coming out there, why. But his whole thing was like, yo, I want to give my bro his roses right now so we can dead everything that people ever thought. Like, I really look up to you. I love you, bro. To me, like, you like, and that's just what it is. And once we got older, everything was, it was all good. That's my dog. I fuck with him.
A lot of
That's my
people don't
dog.
do that though. A lot of people don't acknowledge that fact.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? Where they got their style or where they got their techniques from.
Yeah, I fuck with
You know what
Rome. Yeah, I fuck with him, for sure.
Shout out to Romeo, man.
Yeah,
shout out to him,
man. He's smart as fuck.
I got a couple things in common. We'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that.
Oh, yeah,
We definitely going to touch on that. We'll get-
All right, before we even get to the Romeo and the comparisons of all the young stars coming up and kind of having the blueprint of who you are. You did a movie called Like Mike.
Yeah.
How much did that movie, well, tell us about the experience and how much that boosted your stardom.
Oh, the experience was incredible because, you know, it came at a time where I think I was still, in the midst of working on my second album. And when the opportunity came to me, I'm thinking movie, I'm thinking about the movies that I grew up watching. I'm thinking like, we was about to get some low budget shit. We shooting in Ohio. We doing baller blockers. I'm watching all like ghetto shit. So when I hear a movie at the time, like, I'm thinking like that. I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is about to be 20th Century Fox. This is finna be like, I gotta get up and move to LA for 4 months. Like, this is some real shit. Like, I didn't know until I stepped on set. And what made them even cast me was they knew I could play basketball, and they were like, this is perfect. We're looking for a kid. Go get the biggest fucking child star who's out. Let's get Val. And it was like the perfect blend. It was the perfect marriage. And I just didn't know that it would be like a cultural phenomenon in some way to the point to where we was just in the club in Houston and like the whole Houston Rockets, you know them niggas is like all like 17 years old or whatever. And like, yo, oh shit. Like it's fucking Calvin, like what the fuck? It's just fucking me up.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, and it's not just that, but it's just everything is like Mike, the shit like the blazer. I look at the blazer now and you got the off-white blazers. Like that was my shoe. Like Nike was going to strike a deal during that time to make that like the Bow Wow shoe. Like it was so much shit going on during that time, but I had no idea that it was gonna be that. Like I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like Blank Check, like the movie, or this is gonna be like
That was my shit too.
Yeah, that was my shit too.
Yeah,
that was my shit, nigga. I think I want to put the slide back. I want to put the slide in the crib. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Like I had no fucking idea. And then you look, a lot of the actors in that movie have just like fucking catapulted. Of course, Morris Chestnut's gonna always be Morris. He's gonna do his thing. But the Bully, that motherfucker gonna work with everybody from Al Pacino to fucking. I'm like, oh shit. And Lil Murphy's an MMA fighter now. So you know, it's crazy, bro. It really is. But I never thought that movie would be that. But it definitely put me on a whole nother level. To have a big movie that was like one of the top grossing selling movies of the year, to roll that in, you know, we was so smart how we combined the music with the movie, because that's when we dropped Take You Home, the song that Pharrell did with me, the little Bow Wow, you just don't know. That was really the first single off my album, but we put it on the Like Mike soundtrack along with Basketball with Fab. And I had no fucking idea that it would be that big. This is how big Like Mike is, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I swear to God, niggas can fact check this shit all they want. This is how big that movie is. Do you know that the song Basketball, who did it?
The original?
Yeah.
Curtis Love,
Right? Do you know to this day motherfuckers think I invented the record?
Yo,
That's crazy.
that makes sense.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
But yeah, that makes
I can
sense.
see
Go to
that.
any
There's a
NBA, listen, watch
generation.
this. Go to any NBA arena. They don't even play Curtis Blow. All they play, we just got an offer that just came to us today from the Phoenix Suns. We want him to perform at halftime during their playoff game. He has to do basketball. Like, this shit is crazy. To the point where I remember going through the Minnesota airport one time, ran into Curtis Blow. True story. We stopped, we spoke, and he said, it's crazy how your version is damn near, if it's not bigger than the original. Like, it's crazy. We understand who did it first.
Right.
But ask anybody
There's a new generation.
30 years old and down, who did basketball? They gonna say Bow Wow. I'm like, you're wrong. Curtis Blow did it. But that's how big that fucking movie was. Like, it was just, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Well, it's a generational thing. If you saw Like Mike but never saw Crush Groove,
You feel what I'm saying?
I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
So I'm always correcting people like, no, like you do know that's a remake. Like
Shout
I'm never
out
gonna
to
take
Curtis
that
Blow.
away. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
shout out
Like,
to
yo,
Curtis
that
Blow.
Curtis Blow did that record.
Well,
So
Well.
I'm always telling motherfuckers that.
Was it hard transitioning?
To acting?
Yeah.
No, I was more just curious and just asking a lot of questions. Like my first day on set when I did Like Mike. Well, Carmen was the first movie I did with Beyonce, Mos Def, and all of them. But the movie like was Like Mike. But I remember going on set and they gave me the script and I remember like this shit is impossible. I'm like, I can't remember all this shit. So I remember walking the set with my whole script and I'm like, I'm so confused. This is
How old are you?
Oh, like 14. I'm so green with this shit. Like I never had an acting coach. I never had nobody tell me about acting. I never had nobody tell me about the method and the art of acting. I was just Bow Wow, the biggest fucking rapper out, and put him in the movie because he's famous and he can do it, go.
Right.
So I walked the set with my whole script. I'm like, cut. What do I mean cut? We're not about to like do this whole thing? They're like, no. Let me break this down to you. No, we have
You're not gonna do this whole
Nobody prepped you, no nothing?
John, I try to memorize the whole fucking script in a day. I'm like, oh, we're gonna do all this today. Oh, this is crazy. So then they had to explain to me, no, that's what your call sheet's for. If you look on your call sheet, we let you know what scene's coming up on what day, so you'll be prepared. I'm like, wait a minute. We only do like 3 scenes, so I just only gotta know like 3. Oh, this shit is easy. Say less. I thought I had to go the whole book. So I was so green with it.
Wow.
But once I got the hang of it, and you know, that bug bit me, I'm like, ooh, that music shit in trouble. The bag is even, ooh, they pay on time.
What's the difference? What's the biggest difference?
They pay on time. And every week it's there. I get to be in one city. I get to be stationary. I don't gotta go travel to make my bag, and I get to do something that I love. That it's a challenge. It's way more challenging to me than rap, because that was just I rolled out the bed with the rap and shit. Like that was, but this is a challenge. Like I just got thrown into the wild and I had to just learn this shit. And to this day, I still teach my shit. Like I'll watch certain movies or a show, and I'll be like, I'll reenact how they just did it to see if I can do it. Like I got weird shit when they're acting. I'm a weirdo.
How did Roll Bounce come about?
Roll Bounce came about last minute. I was at the crib. My mom got a call. I was in Atlanta. My mom was like, yo, we might have to go to Chicago right now. And I'm like, I'm not going. I was like, I'm not going to Chicago right now. For what? It's like, you got to audition for this movie. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Don't care. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm chilling at the house, and you just abruptly, you got to go. Like, shit, we're going to go. We come back the same day. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, I don't want to. So, of course, I ended up listening to my mom. Got on a plane, we go to Chicago, and I'm pissed. I'm hot. Like, I'm on fire. Don't want to be here. Not knowing me not wanting to be there and the way I was acting that day landed me fucking wrong. And I was just so bummed the fuck out that when I walked in to do the audition for Malcolm Lee, the first and only scene he had me do was the fucking car scene. And I'm like, he would pick and mind you, I just got the material that day. So I'm like, he would pick the hardest scene out the movie for me to do on the spot right now. And once I locked in, I said, fuck it, I'm here now, camera on, I'm about to go. And I cried like right in front of him. I didn't even know that. When I left out the audition, I told mom, I said, I feel good. I cried for the first time. I said, well, yeah, I'm here now. I can really act now. I said, it's up. And then by the time I got home, the next day it was over. I was packing to move to Chicago. And the reason why I say like my performance in that movie really stood out and why that movie is a classic is because of the time where I was at my life personally. You know what I'm saying? Me and JD getting back cool. I cut all my hair off. I grew it back because I knew me and Jermaine was gonna hook back up for the album and do my 4th album together. And he was like, you might as well get the braids back. Let's just take it all the way back. Now you do the movie with the fro, you can't cut your shit. So I just let it all grow out. That was right when me and Sierra started talking. My mom's, once again, I'm in Chicago all by myself. My mom ain't come. I'm 16. And I'm living in the city. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I was in a dark place. I'm becoming a man. I'm just, sick, smelling myself. It was just a weird time. So that was the perfect time, though, for me to do that movie because all that shit was real. Me beating that car, me crying. The movie, I didn't have to be funny. It wasn't, I had Brandon T. Jackson and the whole gang to do that. I was more of the serious dude who went through shit. Mom died. It was like the perfect time for me to do that shit.
You was feeling all those emotions.
It was perfect. I just took it out on the movie. It was perfect.
And then they was calling him a snitch in the joint in the movie.
Yeah.
He was going crazy.
Yeah. Definitely was. Definitely was.
Nigga Bow Wow ain't like that shit. What? No matter rap. What you talking about?
That's crazy.
Fell out with JD, huh?
Yeah. Too many times.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's
Rewind the
to
clock.
the point now, it's like, it's just normal.
What is it over?
the first time.
The first time is always like it always is. Honestly, it's the best way. And I explained it to him recently because we spoke recently. I pulled up on him, and
somehow he knew you was coming here.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I knew he was coming in.
Yeah, he should. He should. Because I sent him a message. I saw his Breakfast Club interview, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I sent him a DM. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, bro, we made a pact not to even talk about each other, period. Like, promo tours, you should just, every interview, every clickbait, it's Bow Wow, yeah, dress as Bow Wow. Like, bro, about the album, like, focus on the project of the day. He's like, nah, it's all good. No, I'm still hold my word and I speak on, you know what I mean? But they asked. It's not like I brought you up. They asked me. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But the best way to explain it without going way too deep into it is, and I told him this because we had a real talk recently. Like last month, I think I pulled up to the studio, and Nelly was trying to, Nelly had to be there to be the mediator. I was like, I'll come inside if you there. Like you got to be there. You got to be right in the middle of this shit.
JD got hands.
I wouldn't.
Oh, God.
But Nelly's like an uncle, like a big brother. I put Uncle as Nelly as like the big bro. So I walk in and pretty much like I told JD to his face, I'm like, bro, this nigga, you like Star Wars so much, right? Like that's JD big on Star Wars. I'm like, nigga, that's who he is. Nigga, you Obi-Wan and I'm Anakin. That's all it is. That's the relationship. You know, I'm the young nigga who wanted all the info. I'm ready to go. It's no Bow Wow. Man, JD, man, hey, I got this idea. Hey, what about we? No Bow Wow. That's how Anakin was. Obi was a teacher. Anakin was a student. When that nigga wanted to go out there and get it cracking, nigga, Anakin knew, nigga, I'm one of them niggas. Let me go do it. No, Anakin, stand back. You're not ready. It's like, damn, big homie, like, let me. So that's the whole thing. It's like, we're the same. Very competitive. I'm smart because I learned from you. Could potentially be even smarter because I had 3 niggas who I learned this shit from. You had no one who you learned this shit from. So I learned from you. I learned from Snoop. I learned from Puff. I've learned from Birdman. I'm like listen sometimes. You know what I mean? But JD is stubborn though. Like if you know him, you know he's stubborn, and I can be too. But we the same. It's like that's the relationship. And I told him that to his face. It's like Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's it.
So who's right and who's wrong?
Yeah.
We both of us. You know what I'm saying? I could say I'm wrong on the sense of how I can deal with certain things, how I deal with certain things publicly with JD if I'm, depending on how I feel. But the thing is like, even he knows like where it comes from,
Right.
But I can admit my wrong as far as like if I say something publicly, instead of calling him or, getting in contact with him. Mm-hmm. He's wrong for the shit he's wrong for, which is really just, all the little homie want is just the guidance and the information. You heard Ye saying, I want the information. No one fucking tell me. I want Jay-Z to tell me all the information. Like, I'm not getting information. It's like, yo, teach me about publishing. Teach me about this or, whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
do you think like they keep this information to have an advantage over artists?
Yeah, because it was my mom that told me, nigga, you gotta start writing. If you write, get the bag. What you mean? Yeah, you getting that show money, that's great. But they getting that money that gonna keep coming through the mail forever. You got to write. I'm like, Mom, it's hard for me to try to write when there's 2 motherfuckers in the room and they just hogging it and they won't let me. I'm writing, but I'm just not getting heard. So then it's like, as an artist, like, damn, my big homie, you don't trust me? Like, you done surrounded around the best writers my whole fucking career. Like, I done had from everyone. I've learned from everybody, from T.I. to Corrupt to Snoop to my man Rock from Newark. Like, you know what I mean? The kid Slim and Queen. Like, nigga, you done surrounded around
who Slim is, right?
Like, you.
That's Head Ice Brother.
Yeah, sure is.
Word?
Yep.
Oh.
So, nigga, you surrounded me. Nigga, it's time. I done took him. Right, how he do it. So now, when I write, I done got to the point where nigga, I don't even write it down. I just, off the top, go in the book. Yeah, the beat is the paper, and you know what I'm saying? The words is the pen. But I don't like, hey, take that back. You hear that? Like, so I formed my own style now. So it was more of that. And then that thing starts playing in your head like, yo, are they not letting me write my shit? Because they know they not going to, I'm going to finally start understanding how this business really works, and I'm going to get my publishing at the. So I start really questioning shit. Mm-hmm. And then I'm the type of person I hold a lot of shit in. So when I do go off, or there's times where I do go crazy on the internet, it's because I probably done held that shit in for so long that I just can't take it no more.
And you shouldn't have.
Exactly. So many times, absolutely.
That answers my question right there. I was gonna ask you about that.
So it's like, that's how I start feeling like, damn, I know my guy, if I had an artist, I want you to grow. I want you to write. I want you to get your pay. I want you to do this. Not, why y'all not? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So sometimes I just bulldog that shit. Like,
it can be deeper than not wanting to let the artist have all the information just to keep a matter of control on it.
That's true too.
It can go deeper than that. I've seen examples where the big homie is holding back the little homie because if I give you this, you're gonna fully be on your own.
Right.
And if you're fully on your own, I can't protect you from what's coming. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna go nuts. Once you get out here, you're gonna go crazy, and I won't be. As it is now, I can shield you because you don't know enough, and I can keep you back. But the second I let the chain go,
it could be greed. Or it could be
No.
great.
I'm not saying that's not it. And I'm not
Right.
saying that's
Right,
not
right.
it. I'm not saying that's not it. What I'm saying is I've seen other motivations for holding back the little bro because when they go nuts,
We ain't gonna be able to control.
Right.
but it's not a matter of control for the sake of I want power over you. It's more a matter
Protection.
of control because I want safety for you, and you're about to.
But how
put
long
yourself-
does that go on though?
It
man.
can't go on
How long
forever.
does that go on,
it
though?
can't go on forever. But
Yeah.
Man,
any
as a-
father, knows when his son walks out the door and he's a man now. One of the first things you worry about is will he come? I know his temperament. I know how he is. I know I know how he's going to react. And I don't know if I've taught him what he's going to need to get through the rest of it. He knows the technical shit. You know publishing. You know a lawyer. You know accounting. You know ASCAP. You know. But when somebody comes to you with the deal that seems a little, how's he gonna react to it? This nigga's gonna smack somebody. He's gonna get fucking sued. They're gonna sue him back to the fucking Stone Age, and it's not gonna matter what he knows, his temperament. And because I'm not there to set that deal up, and because I'm not there to regulate that, it could be over.
Yeah, but that's why you would prepare somebody for that.
But you can't protect
Rather
somebody
than-
from themselves.
like
I'm
They're-
just-
for
Rather
instance,
than holding them back.
like for instance, John, when JD took the position at Arista Records,
Eliminate?
this was like the first blow to me, like crushing. Didn't understand it. Like Dre had Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Leah Tim, Missy Tim. We was like that 1-2 punch too, right? And the biggest artist ever on his label, ever, to not be signed to the label.
Why?
I never was signed to Social That.
Why?
That fucked Nelly up too when we was in the room. He didn't know that. Nelly looked at Jay. What? What the fuck is going on? Like he had no idea. Is this true, JD? That was the first time I seen him. Yeah, it's true.
But why?
And here we go. When Jermaine took that position at Ariston, I'm watching him formulate like a whole new So That roster. So I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I'm about to go to Ariston.
Right.
Columbia, my man leaving. I guess I'm going with my man. Right? Didn't happen. I'm like, why the fuck did they all leave and I'm staying on Columbia?
Did you ask him? Well,
Later on in life, now once again, I don't understand the business like that, right? Once again, lack of information, nobody teaching me, nobody telling me. If I ask, still, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna work out. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
So as I got older, I realized, oh shit, it makes sense, but it don't make sense to me. So once he took that position, So Def was at Columbia. I was signed to Columbia.
Right.
But being that we got this umbrella on the label, let JD work with him because he's good with the younger artists. This is gonna be the perfect marriage. That's why one of my songs I say is Columbia, but it's so that like on one of the records. So when he left, I'm like, oh shit. Now that I got older, I'm like, I get it. He couldn't take me contractually. I never was signed to this man. That's when I found out I never was signed to So That. If I was going to Arista. But I belonged to Tommy Mottola and Donnie Iyer. They wouldn't let that happen. You think we about to let you walk out with him? You out of your fucking mind? It's not happening.
Right.
So I remember pulling up to Janet crib and telling JD like, yo, fuck the business, fuck paperwork. Like, nigga, you like a dad to me. Like, this shit don't even make sense. You can't work with me because of some fucking contracts. Like, this makes no sense. Nigga, we family. Like, well, fuck it then. And I had success without him. My third album, I was chilling, but I told him, I said, this shit ain't fun to me. If you can't produce my next album, bro, I quit. I fucking quit. I don't gotta rap no more. Nigga, I do movies. Like, this shit ain't fun without you. Like, I can't do this. Like, I have fun with Tip. Tip taught me a lot during that time on my third album. Tip is still like me being a man and a wife and to do shit for your ass. Like, I remember the first session we had, that, you know where I'm going this bar. The first session me and Tip had, boy, oh boy, that nigga let me have it, boy. Man, this is before King, the King album, all this, right? This before the ATL movie, all this. Put it this way, Tip took me and my girlfriend at the time to the haunted house. And his expedition, beat up SUV, right? Like, pick me up, take me to the south side of Atlanta to take me on dates with my girl. Like, 'cause I couldn't drive, right? So I remember telling this nigga in the studio, like, hey, yo, I'm right, go get me a Sprite. That nigga ain't move. I'm like, nigga, give me a Sprite. But that nigga turned around and came back in there and said, let me tell you something, brother. Today you gonna learn how to be a motherfucking man, boy. This ain't Southside Studios. You want a Sprite, you get the fuck up and go get your own shit. Ain't nobody finna give you nothing. Ain't no dude boys over here. You out your fucking mind? Get up and go get your fucking Sprite, nigga. Got my fucking Sprite. I'm just like, I you know, Tip, that's why it's always gonna be a brother to me, because he's the one who, you know, was telling me the real shit for the first time that I never had nobody really tell me. You know what I'm saying? And really opened my eyes up and you know, was the one helping me write. This is how you formulate, this is how you count the bars, bro. This is how you putting the whole shit together for a nigga, making it make sense. So a lot of times, that's why early on when he was writing with me, even without him being there, I think it's a 3 6 Mafia side to side remix. That's why everybody said that verse. I sound so much like T.I. Because I couldn't help it, because the pockets we writing, I'm like, is identical. Like, that was my nigga. To this day, that's my guy.
Right.
But that nigga right there taught me how to be a man. As far as in that studio, broke shit down for me, opened my eyes to a lot of things, and, you know, told me I'd be a stand-up dude. Like, nigga, you gonna have to learn today. Ain't nobody gonna do shit for you. This nigga,
That's that thing that him and Romeo had in common, is going at their father figures publicly.
Oh, yeah. And I told JD this too. I told him, like, I said, yo, I ain't gonna, you know, I'll never shit on you to the extent to where it's like, you know, because even though we not talking, and I told him this, I said, no matter where this shit go, just know I'm thankful for everything you've done for me. I said, nigga, if we never shake hands after I leave this room, or we never speak to each other ever again in life, that I'm cool with that. It is what it is. I said, but let me let you know right now, if you think a nigga just flat out hate you, or, you know, is none of that. Because I'm thankful for all this shit that we did. Because of what you did, what we did collectively together, I'm able to go on tours and still sell out arenas. I just got off my tour, 5 months ago. Back-to-back arena tours, like without no new music, on some like Kiss shit, like rock group, like I can just tour
Legacy
off
shit.
my old shit.
Right.
Oh, this is amazing. 18,000 people every night, like a nigga just dropped some shit. Oh, this is cake.
Right.
But it's because of those records. It's because of the like yous, the out of my system. So I told him, like, yo, bro, I don't want you to think like a nigga just saying fuck you. Like, I'm thankful for every single thing that you've done for me, because I'm able to still live my life and do whatever the fuck I want to do because of the work we put in. So I wanted to make sure I told him that and gave him his flowers before I exited out that building. But
What was the main issue?
the main issue was, like I said, we're just too much alike.
Button heads.
We're just too much alike. You know what I mean? And so many things that and for the record, not to take away anything from him, but I get so mad when people be like, I'll see shit and they're like, but he created him. I'm like, no, nigga, he created Crisscross. Them niggas was in the mall walking around not knowing how to rap. He created them niggas. Nigga, he didn't create me.
Right.
Like, nigga, I came to Social Dev ready. Like, wasn't no, you watched that video of me and Jay-Z and JD on that stage, there was no prep. That was the first night I met JD. I was ready to go. Green light. Nigga ain't create nothing.
Right.
Nothing. We created music together and some timeless shit, and I'm appreciative of all that. But nah, created was crazy. Like, that was probably the only thing that I saw. Like, nah, I can't agree with that.
Didn't they have like a reunion that you didn't want to perform at?
Yeah.
Something about the bus.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was a couple things. Like, even with, I don't know why I didn't want to perform.
I think on grown up hip hop, you was like, yo, if I ain't getting my own.
Oh
bus,
yeah. Because I was like,
It's dumb.
I was like, I forgot what it was, but it was some dumb shit along the lines. But I think I showed up to rehearsal and I didn't want to rehearse. I wanted to do something and they wouldn't let me.
Cause it was all over the radio
Yeah.
like that. Why I ain't trying to perform.
I was like,
at the
man,
joint.
I'm not doing this shit. And we out. I think I left, but I know every time I hear about like the battle, like with like the versus thing, like I already told him, like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not
No?
doing that. Nah.
Why?
Nah.
Why?
You
Just
got bangers. You should do that shit, bro. Nah, bro.
don't want to do it.
I boost everything. That boost. Even though you sell records,
you don't think
everything.
you beat Puff, that's why, right?
Nah, not even. I mean, JD got some shit. Like JD got some shit. It's like shit that niggas don't even know about. Like, he's very confident if he battles dude. You know what I'm saying? But because where we at in life and where I'm at, it's just been too much time away. It's like, I don't even want to be around that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
No, it's true.
It ain't been too much time.
No, it has.
If you don't want to be around it, I get that.
No, it's been a long time. Like me seeing JD just recently, I ain't seen him in like a whole year.
That's not a lot of time.
That's a lot of time for a nigga that see him every day. We talk 20 times a day.
I'm laughing at that shit right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You know this. Me and that nigga talk at least 20 to 30 times a fucking day. Every day, me and JD. So a year apart from us, how we rock, nigga, that shit feel like a long time. I'm talking about, I'm with JD every day. Every day. For us to go cold turkey and not talk at all, that shit for like 10 years to me and him. So it's like, damn, I go around, it's like, you don't know what I've been doing, I don't know what you've been doing. It's just a weird space that we in. So it's like, man, I'm just falling back.
You sure you're not pimping it for the bag, son?
Nah, it ain't about the bag at all. It's just that nigga older, I'm just trying, I'm going down my own path. You know what I'm saying? 36 now. My mentality is just different. It's like, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm cool.
But that would be crazy. That's
Yeah, I'm
like,
cool.
Yeah, I can't.
it's like I'm showing up to the war and I ain't got the burner with me. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
you got Usher, you got
know what I'm
Mariah.
saying? Nah, you got Usher, yeah, but,
You got Usher,
but
Mariah,
bruh, like,
all the records, like,
Yeah, but then
yeah, but it,
He got
Everybody but
but he
Bow Wow,
got,
like,
but he got a mean 20 though. Then we ain't gonna act like he got a mean 20.
yeah, you got me 20,
you know
but,
why- you know why that'll
but
look-
my man,
yeah.
when my man start throwing that, you know what I'm saying? Different.
No, hold on. Chair, what was it?
Different.
you got a battle
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just that, like I said, man, it's just,
So when certain joints come on, you start doing that
it's
jazz,
like when you
man.
ain't seeing eye to eye with somebody, like I understand for the bigger picture, but I've done shit for the bigger picture for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like I took that bullet for them rap game kids. Like with Mulatto and them kids weren't even getting paid on the tour. Like I stood up for them and got on JD and them like, nigga, hold up. Like, nigga, we ain't going on the stage. Like, I don't give a fuck what we doing. Them kids ain't got paid. Nigga, what the fuck going on? And Lotto done told that story before. Like, Lotto done said, one for battle, nigga, we wouldn't have got paid at all. So it's just certain shit that a nigga can't fuck with. Or, you know, like you look up to somebody, but as you get older, you start recognizing and seeing certain things. And it's like, it's just
That
certain.
they're not perfect.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I can't fuck with that. Like, I just can't, I can't fuck with that.
Now, if I read between the lines, it sounds like there was bad business practices, and in a way, he's taking advantage of some of these kids business-wise.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't put that on them. I just think that it's just unorganized. Shit could just be unorganized. You know what I'm saying?
But
and
unorganized in a way where
like you might not
people
get
not getting paid.
like I did that shit for free. Like when he went on that tour to rap game, JD asked me, "Hey, can you come on tour? Nigga, you know I tour for real. What we talking about?"
Right.
I ain't gonna get money. This is for the kids, for the kids. Do you need me, bro? I got Brad coming without you. Yeah, I'm there. Nigga, I took a whole month and a half off to go on tour you for free. Nigga, I ain't do nothing. Like, didn't make a dime off that shit. Feel me?
Crazy.
but you made sure the kids got
Kids got right. Yeah, hell yeah. They gotta get right. I mean, these kids all artists gotta go through the welcome to the game phase. But I'm talking about, it was days where them fucking kids couldn't even take showers. Like, there wasn't even showers in the venue, or they got a shower in the venue. Like, it's girls and this guy, like, it was just too much. Like, the hotel, it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? And but for me, the main thing for me is, I just can't fuck with certain shit. Like, if I see certain shit, I think that's what all of us, certain shit you just ain't gonna stand for or just be a part of.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And Bart, you probably know, like, probably what I'm thinking, but just when you see certain things happen, or you see people that was close, like if that was your man since day one and like he's no longer around anymore, and it just repeats itself, do you hear about certain shit or what's going, it's like, damn nigga, really? Like, I can't really rock with that shit. That's why it was tough when Brat got on me. It was tough for me to get at her, because I was gonna say some shit to her, but I'm like, man, Brat's a woman. I'm not gonna win this shit. I'm not about to say nothing to her, but I called Brat personally. And I said what I said. What I was going to type, I told her, I'm like, come on, my nigga. Like, you act like, come on.
But sometimes people
come
grow
on,
apart.
what?
Like, I know, for instance, when my man got locked up, I made sure he was straight. I even visited this nigga. Let's put it that way, like shit like that. Like, if that's your man, then
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, me too.
So it's just shit that as I get older, it's like where I stand, what I stand on, I can't really be a part of that. Like, I'm cool. Like, always got respect for you, it's love, but nigga, I'm 40, nigga, I'm straight. I don't need no motherfucking daddy right now. Nigga, I'm a daddy myself. I'm cool where I'm at in life. I'm content, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm straight. You good? Like, I'm good, all right, I'm good. And say no more. This is the last time we gonna speak on it.
I can't help but
out.
think about the 48 laws of power. So this situation, never outshine the master, the first law. At a time when Bow Wow was coming up and he's trying to get the information, like he said, like Kanye said, I want the information. It's like, why would I privy you to this information at a time when I'm trying to groom you and I know that you are so hungry? You have this fucking fire in you that is like the fire I had coming up.
Right.
And if I give you this information, you're gonna take it and run with it and maybe outshine me. That may happen because of what you may do with this information. Bow Wow could have went off and got his own artist, got his own deal from a big distribution company.
Was that the mindset?
Hell yeah, absolutely. I was forming my own little shit. I had like a female rapper out of Newark at the time. I was rocking with Nana, I think, right? I was forming my little thing, like no different than Snoop had a dog pound, but up under Death Row, I was forming my own little shit. It just happened. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched cats who I looked up to in the game do it, JD do it. It's like, well, shit, I want to, remember, he's my idol. I want to do everything he do. I want artists. I want my own umbrella too, to the point where I said, I came to JD one time, I'm like, hey, I want a piece of the label. I feel like
equity.
Yeah. I come, Wayne the Stunner doing it, I want to do that. Why can't we should be doing that same shit. You know what I'm saying? But,
what was his response?
He was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, he was like, all right.
Did it happen?
This nigga's crazy.
Hold your breath. Hold your breath for that one.
Yeah, but you know, like I like where you was going with that 48 law thing because you know, it can't be like that. Not, you know, that's why I love dogs so much. That's why, you know, the internet got mad when me and Jermaine had our little spat, and I said, nigga, and I told him to his face, nigga, you will never be over Snoop. Never, ever. Won't happen. Never in life. Just not gonna happen. He's always there for me. Calling me on a Tuesday, nigga, you up? Nephew, I ain't want nothing, nephew. I'm just, everything good. Nigga, I talk to Snoop about shit that I talk to my mom about. It ain't even music related, life. Nigga, girl, whatever it could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, just anything. Like, that dude is like my everything. Snoop is that. And, you know, that's just how how shit is.
Did you get the feeling that it was just all business with JD after a while?
There was times I thought of it, but we were so close that it wouldn't be fair for me to say me and JD just had a business relationship, or I saw just as business, because he do care about me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker love me to death, even to this day. It's the same. You know what I'm saying? But it was never. It was never that. But the thing was, see, Snoop was just there for the moments of shit that when I needed help, or I needed guidance, or I needed, advice, that nigga was always there. JD is not the advice giver. Like, whoever watching the movie right now is laughing at this part. Like, that nigga ain't lying. Nelly, if you watch this shit, bro, you know, cause you told the nigga to his face too. I said, nigga, you ain't the best motherfucking communicator, nigga. Nelly like, JD Dirty ain't lying about that part. You lying about that? You ain't the best communicator, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like, if a nigga won awards, I want to hear that, like, from my big homie. Like, nigga, congrats, like, we did that. Or, like, JD, I got the yacht this weekend. Come on, man, nigga, come fuck with me. Like, I want to return the favor. I think a lot of times, like, and that played into it too as we talking about it. My mind, like, damn, do we really fuck with me? I know we fuck with me, but do we really fuck with me? Because I'm like, yo, let me return the favor. I got the bag now. Like, nigga, you can kick back. You done did too much for me. Let me spoil you, my nigga. Let me treat you. Nigga, I got the yacht in Miami. You coming?
Right.
I got the jet for real this time. You coming? I got it for real this time. Nigga, is you coming?
Right.
You know, and then it's like, nah. If he was here, everybody like, man, Bow Wow, them fucking wild. Them boys is wild as fuck. I'm not trying to be on the blog or the media. Them boys is wild. No. Yacht, Miami, plant, hell no. But then next week, he with Nelly on the jet, going to Miami, on the boat. So my mom's like, nigga, I just offered you that. Why you ain't come fuck with your youngin'? What the fuck? Every time I invite you, I got floors here. You don't want to come? Then you'll go, So all that shit just adds up with business and everything, and it's like, you know what? Let's just do this. This how I'm feeling. My energy telling me to shift it more this way, and
It do kind of sound like business though, like everything was business.
It sounds like that.
And but on another note,
it wasn't though.
It could be.
Yeah.
It's just kind of hard to see certain people
with each other.
Just reach a point where like we gotta look eye to eye. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And for some people, it's like
ego.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I don't know if it's that, but
ego definitely plays into it.
On
both sides.
I'm sure, because your ego sounds hurt that he's not
His
accepting
ego.
these things from you specifically.
Yo, what did you do, son? What did you do?
What did I do?
You caught one of his joints? That's what you
Oh.
caught one of his joints, did you?
Nah.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, did
Yeah, you did.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely body some of JD work. Oh, that's the problem, nigga. That's the problem. But you know what? We so much alike. Like even like he don't body some of my shit too.
Oh shit.
But we don't care.
I was about to say that ain't it.
Yeah, we don't
That
care.
can't be it.
Honestly, that's what it really is. Like everybody's so used to us. It's the simple fact of we too much alike. We both think we know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's the OG and the youngin. I'm telling you how this shit going now. You're telling me, I don't want to hear that shit. Listen, man, it's different out here, JD. I need I think I had a show like Cube 93. It was me. Summer Jam was me, Lil Wayne, T.I, Game. Like I'm like, oh, nigga on the bill with them ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one I had fresh as I missed. So I'm like, oh, I finally can tangle with these niggas. I got this. I'm bad. I finally got this. I'm bad. I got me some rap shit now. All that girl shit out the way. So. To JD, like, man, I should never gave out that fucking song, because when I came back, I'm like, nigga, oh my God, nigga, I just did Summer Jam, nigga, with Game, Tip, and Wayne, all these niggas. Nigga, it went up. JD, I need like 8 more of these fresh as I missed. Nigga, if you give me 8 more of these, nigga, it's up. He was like, nah, you gonna do this record. Nigga, press play. All I heard was Chris Brown vocals on the whole record. I'm like, what you mean? We doing this? Nigga, this gonna be your first single. Gonna be called Shorty Like Mine. We're gonna take Brown verse. We're gonna keep one of Brown's verses on there. And because me and B Cox wrote it for Chris, we're gonna take one of his verses off. And you gonna get on and we're gonna do it just like this. We ain't gotta call Chris. It's just gonna be a package that's done already. I said, nigga, I just told you I did a show with Game, T.I, and Wayne. And you want me to do a slow ballad record for girls. Nigga, I told you, nigga, I need like 5 more of these fresh I'm in shits now.
Right.
But that was a moment where I did not want to do it, but I still trust his judgment. Glad I did. Motherfucker was a #1 record. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I Think They Like Me was another one. Hated it. Didn't understand it. I was like niggas from New York at the time. What the fuck is this? This shit is repetitive as fuck. The fucking dance, snapping.
Right.
I'm raised in Atlanta, so I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why the fuck they keep repeating the hook? Oh, I think they like, I think that. I'm like, this shit is some bullshit. Nigga, JD had to fly to LA to ensure and make sure that I got on that fucking song. The only thing you know is, nigga, the version you hear now, nigga, I did it. If you really pay attention, bro, that's why I did it so lazy. And I did it one take and I left out the studio. And that's all I gave them. So I said, I'm on it, y'all gotta use it. And once they mixed it, it came out the way it came out. #1 record. And I hated it. But I listened to them. So there's a lot of times where, you know, I always did the little homie job. Okay, let me listen to him.
Right.
I mean, he is right. Damn, man, let me listen to him. But it's also, I want that same respect back too. Like, nigga, listen to me. I know what I be talking about too. Like, nigga, like you only got made because of me. I was in Studio A in the A room, nigga, at Southside, listening to New Edition. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This shit sounds special. I never heard this.
Oh.
Hey, JD, listen to this shit. Listen to this. Shit. What you know, nigga, Leaving You Again from New Edition. Nigga, I think this special. You need to do this over for me. This the one. Let me hear it. Oh, there's something there. I'll play with it. Came to the studio, nigga did the beat. It was, I said, this nigga, he listen. Okay, here we go. Now we cooking. So, like I said, I'm appreciative for everything that we've done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we'll never make shit right.
I haven't heard anything
But-
that can't be.
Yeah, like it's
not
time.
like, it's not like Bad Blood or nothing like that.
No, it's not bad. It's almost like what we usually go through. We taking a break. And Jermaine said, say, man, Bow curse me out every other month. We fall out, get back, fall out. But I think because of where I'm at now and I'm grown, it's like, I'm good. Like, we good, I'm good.
By the time verses come around,
Is that BET shit true? You said he started
The 106?
106 in Park based off of you?
You was Mr. 106, right?
Yeah, he definitely gave me the name. I vouch for that. Like I said, I saw his interview. He definitely gave me the name, Mr. 106. I mean, from his knowledge, you know, maybe he did put the call in or do something like that, but you see Stephen Hill came back and said, I don't remember that's how that going down.
Right.
And that's the man at BET. You know what I'm saying? We all know Stephen. He greenlighted everything at the time. So, and for me, that's why I kind of like, you know, lashed out at, like, because we wasn't talking, we wasn't calling each other. I'm like, yo, bro, you going on the net. Wherever you do it at, I'm gonna keep the same. If you take it to the net, we can do it there. So I'm like, bro, like, I don't remember you creating that. You created it. Like you set up and drew that shit up. You did all that. Produced, you wrote, you drew the setup. You knew what it was gonna be called. 106 apart. You gave it the name like you did. I don't remember that shit. I don't remember that's how it's going. And because I don't like, and this is all the time. That's why I don't accept demos from niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like motherfuckers not getting their credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm already established. Like, I don't want to make it seem like everybody on that 6th floor and that 8th floor in them offices that was working hard or coming up with that shit and dealing with that show. Like, it's like taking from them. Like, let them have that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was there from the beginning.
Right.
And I worked at BET too. So that was never explained. There was so many times that story could have been explained to me if he really did or not. But, you know, everybody got their own thing. I mean, I believe in him calling Steven and maybe lobbing something or whatever. But, nigga, that shit was created by BET, nigga, Stephen Hill. Shout out to Ray Grimes, too. That's 106 apart.
Do you and Future have a relationship?
No. I met Future one time, I think. One time. Yeah, at 106 apart. With Stunning, with Bourbon, we had the whole we did the Rich Gang compilation album. That was my first time meeting.
Was it weird?
No, that was years ago. That was before Shy was probably like 3, 4, maybe. Yeah, it was like 3 or 4. So it was before like, you know.
All that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Yeah.
I don't know him. Like I don't know him. It's crazy because Atlanta's as big as it is.
Yeah, up here we think all of y'all know each other.
Yeah,
y'all just be hanging out in the studio. You know, like, hey, I'm gonna do a verse for him.
But
with that
that's
accent,
terrible.
that was awful.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It was on the fly. Don't judge me. Okay.
That was fucking awful.
Y'all be throwing up Timbs and putting sun on everything.
That's true. That's true.
So stop.
As soon as we talk about Timberlands, all of a sudden, Atlanta niggas got everything to say. That's fucked up.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? I don't even wear Timbs. Do you wear Timbs?
Of course.
I gotta ask this nigga.
Yeah, y'all get
that nigga when that counted like me.
Before you go back to Atlanta.
These niggas are not, you know when they go to and say we from the
Nah,
north.
yo, nigga.
That way,
Yeah.
John Donald's from the north. Nigga, you from
the
Atlanta,
north.
man.
Oh, which one is it?
From Atlanta, man.
Which one is it?
John from Atlanta.
Both of them. He claiming
Where you
both.
graduate school at?
He got Tim's.
I gotta get you a pair of butters, Bow Wow.
In Atlanta. I ain't worn Timbs in so long because it's hot Atlanta. We don't really, it don't snow, so it's like, the fuck I'm wearing them heavy ass shit.
Y'all wasn't weird. It's cold out there sometimes.
Nah,
We don't wear our boots in the snow. Timberlands are not made for snow.
I've never seen Atlanta niggas in boots. Like,
I seen Atlanta
I ain't seen no Atlanta niggas in boots.
It's New York niggas
I
out
ain't seen
there.
no Atlanta wearing Timbs.
Shorts and Timbs. I seen niggas with shorts and buttons
bro,
off.
Nah, I seen some Atlanta niggas in them red boots, them red Mickey Mouse joints.
Oh, come on.
I seen some Atlanta niggas in them shits.
Hey, look,
The Mickey Mouse
niggas gonna wear some loud
joints.
shit.
With the-
Niggas gonna wear some loud shit. Like we
Right.
gonna but you know what? Atlanta's so drippy though with the fashion. Like what's nasty about Atlanta is designer. We take that shit to the max. Like it's not like get a Dior shirt, get some plain blue jeans, some whites.
Stop. You
Niggas get
you're in New York.
Dior shirt, Dior belt, the CDDDR shit, the DDDDD shit. The shirt say DDDDD. The hat is DDDD. You like, God damn, nigga, we get
They're
it.
like walking billboards.
And the Dior socks too. It's like, fuck. Dior wallet matches. It's like, God damn. But it's more of that than it is. Like, I'm gonna be real, bro. It's been a minute. If niggas do rock them like that crazy, I ain't seen it. But
Bow Wow's going to places where
Nah,
they
they
don't
don't
allow
do
Tim's
Timbs
inside.
down there.
That's what it is.
Yo, John, what made you
There's New
start
York
your
niggas
battle
down
league?
there.
Hold on. Before we even get
this.
They have in New York.
you went through.
Anybody know that?
You're one of the artists who we've seen from a kid to now, right? we watched you have a lull in fame. There was a time when it seemed cool to diss Bow Wow. Like everybody just had some shit to say about whether it was the plan, whether it was true or not.
Hold on. I gotta ask. Did it start with Byron? Was that it? Was that the moment when the respect shifted? Was that it?
No.
That wasn't it?
No.
Okay, all right.
Probably once like the internet really like start picking up and memes and like shit like that started coming into play.
That shit
a lot of shit was like self-inflicted. Oh yeah. I was getting into a lot of shit.
They was cooking you for that role, bro.
Yeah. But on that note though, like Tyler was a genius with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause he comes from plays, so that nigga knew. Like, in each of his movies, there's always something. But Medea, for some reason, the one that we did together was the one. And I remember as they told Tiana, come in the house and say it ghetto. Patch your shit, patch your hair, do it ghetto. Take Byron, be annoying as hell. Take the annoying to the max. That's what he's saying as we rolling. And he's like, do it again, even more obnoxious. She came. That's how that shit came. So yeah, I get that a lot. But I think once the internet, we started picking up on the internet and memes and different shit where you couldn't get away with certain shit or people could just find things and make them funny. That's when it was like, okay, a lot of this shit is self-inflicted, like leaving the basketball court, running like, I don't know if these kids know me. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. The hoodie shit, like I didn't think of it. Like this was gonna go viral to be funny, but they took it and it went viral. It went funny. So I think once I had a conversation with Puff at his house, a nigga told me straight up like, come here. And I told this story. I was like, what's up? He said, nigga, don't be doing no clown shit. Fuck wrong with you. I said, what? Bart, you was at the house that day. Was that the night Snoop, me, Nelly, all of us were there? Yeah, nigga, pull me to the saucer, come here. I was like, what? Stop doing that clown shit.
We're gonna ignore it that you just said pajama party.
What the fuck? This nigga, I love you, nigga. We all around Snoop, everybody fuck with you. Nigga, you know we don't associate with no clown shit. Nigga, you better than that. Nigga, you bow, nigga. Nigga, you better understand your brand, nigga, and get out here and go to work. And stop letting nigga come on, man. I'm like, you know what, you're right. That nigga make a whole lot of sense. He said, nigga, you doing it to yourself. Go to work. Be quiet, lay low, go to work. And watch what's gonna happen. That conversation is what put everything in perspective for me. And once I had that conversation, I'm like, damn, you know what? I can't be doing that dumbass shit. Cause I'm around the top dogs. Like, nigga, like, I can't.
Yeah.
The fuck? I got Jay-Z telling JD, nigga, I'm not doing the anniversary, nigga, if Bow Wow not there. And I saw the text. Facts.
Say that again.
The first, the anniversary concert we did, the one that Jay-Z came out, was at the Fox Theater.
Right.
Jermaine hit Hov and was like, yo, we doing this, come out, blah, blah, blah. He replied back, is Bow Wow gonna be there? So I'm gonna do it, he's there. Jay said, hell yeah, he gonna be there. I said, Jay, that nigga ain't say that shit. Nigga, Jay said, what do you mean? Nigga, look what he said. I'm like, damn, that nigga did say that. Yeah, all right, yeah, that's it, nigga, that's hard, nigga, all right, fuck it. Yeah, so, absolutely. I'm like, hell yeah, it's up. You know what I'm saying? So I start recognizing all of this shit, like, all the niggas, I fuck with it, like, I can't be that. I can't be that.
Right.
So with
and
that,
why were you doing it?
With that understood,
why were you doing it?
I don't even have an answer for the stupid shit that I've done. Like, that's the answer. I don't even have an answer for the stupid shit.
What was behind the jet joint?
Fake, just flexing. Shit that every rapper be lying. 99% of these rappers lie about a lot of shit.
Right.
I just so happened to get caught that day. It's simple. I accepted Yo, the funniest shit though about the Bow Wow challenge, yo, I swear to God, bro. As I'm saying, thinking about this shit, I remember being in the crib. I understand this shit. I'm in the house.
Yeah.
I feel no effects from this shit. None. I was trending for like 4 days. The fucking news was talking about the Bow Wow challenge. Man,
Yeah,
the news.
The news.
Like Fox 5, local news. The news was talking about this shit. This shit was everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I felt nothing. It was the NBA playoffs, nigga, and it was like a UFC fight that was on. So I remember it was definitely playoff basketball time. I was glued into the playoffs. I really wasn't even on my fucking phone like that. And what helped me out was, at the time, me and my mom, we was on like the same like phone plan shit. So something happened to where it fucked our phones up. So my phone wasn't even working. So I'm just sitting in the crib, so I don't see shit until I got a chance to get back online. And I said, oh God, this nigga 50? Snoop got me? Of all niggas? Dog got me playing with me? Oh man, this is everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, then Nicki Bow Wow told that nigga, oh man, what the fuck? Like, Nicki, you know better. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I still didn't feel nothing from it. And that was it. But I was on Delta. I was in first class. I don't never flew coach. I don't know where they got that part from. But yeah, I was one of the rappers that was flexing, and I got caught flexing that day. It's that simple.
How did Lottery Ticket come about? The movie.
Eric White, the director, Eric White. I was in LA, told me to come down, met him. This is me and him and at UTA at the time I was signing UTA. That's the agency I was with, and we sat in the media room, and he broke it down. So I got it casted, and the nigga said one name to me. He said
Ice Cube.
Like 99%. Because when people come to me, always come to me when it's like halfway there, and it's like I start falling. Another person with an idea, or whatever. But when he said Cube, I said, okay, now we talking. You for sure? Like, he really gonna do this? I grew up on Friday, and I want to work with Cube so motherfucking bad. I'm trying to add niggas onto my resume. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, Cube, John. I'm like, nigga, let's go. And then once Cube got on board, the Cube vision came behind it, and he got it. I said, nigga, it's a go. I'm excited. And he gave me some really good advice, too. He gave me some real good advice.
There was a very powerful scene that I'll never forget in that movie when you and, what's the brother
On the
name?
rooftop, Brandon Jackson.
On the rooftop,
yeah.
exactly. That scene, bro, resonated so much. I was in prison when I seen that.
You knew it was coming.
I was in prison,
You knew
bro.
it was coming.
That's a fact. But here's the thing. We was all in the day room watching it, and it was on BT. We was watching it, and niggas was like, yo, that's some real shit right there. Niggas is saying some real shit. Yo, I love you, bro. Word up. All for that fucking scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dudes start coming together like, yo, I fucks with you, bro. Not like that one. Nigga. Come on, man.
No, I know.
Not like that.
But I get it. I get it.
It's a great scene, bro.
Man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yo,
And that wasn't even in the script. That wasn't even in the script. That was all improv.
Word?
That was all improv. That was not in the script at all. Nope. So the best work comes from just improv.
Wow.
You know, they put us on the roof. We knew what we had to do. And I'm like it was yesterday. I said, nigga, when I come into work, don't speak to me. I ain't gonna speak to you. I said, bet. And we just created that tension and got up there. And Eric said, y'all ready? I was like, roll the motherfucking camera. Let's get it. One take. And no more takes. That was it.
Perfect.
And that's your one time. That was that.
That's what's up.
And then you had niggas in prison hugging each other. That's what's up.
I'm the first pause it. I did.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy,
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
No. Don't take it personally.
God, no.
So you know most people is probably gonna have that exact same I'm not showing up if Bow Wow ain't their mentality when it comes to the verses.
That's nasty.
That's a
You
fact.
understand that?
It's
Right?
nasty. He ain't got the bow bullet or the whole bullet. That's
understand
scary.
that,
Bro,
right?
so deaf is synonymous with your name, bro.
No, absolutely. I mean, like I said,
That's a fact.
It's a part of my history. It ain't going nowhere. It'll never go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Diddy got to bring out Mace. JD got to bring you out.
That's tough.
It would be Biggie if Biggie was here. Biggie's not here.
Yeah, but you know, Puff got that bag too. Puff around put the
You got it.
hologram out there.
I ain't talking about
Biggie going back that motherfucker with that Coogee sweater shit. Oh, different. Yeah, nigga. I'm like, nigga, we ain't gonna beat that, JD. That nigga brought Biggie back. It's over, nigga. I don't give a fuck what we do.
That's why you pull it back. He like, yo, Puff got the hologram, son. Don't do it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of the shit when they was going at each other, you know what I'm saying? Puff was the, you know what I'm saying, the homie, and then this nigga JD, I'm in the middle of this shit. Puff called me after that shit like, he mad? Did I go too hard? Did I call him little man? You think he got mad? I'm like, man, JD don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. He ain't tripping. I was like, man, it's all good. He's like, all right.
Next thing you know, JD on camera.
Yeah, going crazy. But I hope they do it though. It'd be good. It'd be good for the culture.
Yeah, we all hope they do it, but you have to be there.
They'll be there, man.
Thank you.
I don't know.
You gotta stop underestimating your role.
For my niggas in jail, bro, you gotta be there, bro.
Everybody who hugs it up. Some niggas.
I don't know, man. You know, hey, like I said,
Jail gonna be an audience like, yo, it's Bow Wow, yo.
But yeah, like I said, we'll see. We'll see.
Y'all ain't done nothing that you can't undo. You ain't, it's not. It hasn't gone
Yo,
too far
bro,
yet.
let them psych everybody out. Okay, that's what
Nah,
they're
fuck
doing.
that.
Psyching
It'd be
niggas
so
out.
weird and like fake, like to me, flawed, knowing like you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody, and then you get on the stage and it's like, oh, let's be happy.
You know how many
can't-
singers do that shit though?
That could be where it gets
but
squashed
it's-
at. Like you connected through the music, you squash the beat through the music. It ain't that crazy.
For me, it's tough.
They need
I
to
can't.
speak.
Yeah.
Communication is.
It'd have to be like another conversation.
All right, so have that.
But then, like, if we had 10 niggas in the room that know me and him, they'll be like, see, we don't know how the fuck it's gonna, like, turn out.
Right.
Because, you know, I put blame on me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm the, you know, like,
It's egos.
it's
Stubborn?
It's stubbornness,
Yes,
it's hurt,
ego's
it's ego. It's from both sides, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, for us to do it, to have another conversation, because the conversation we did have, without going into detail, because we was all in the room, I wanted to make sure it's private, but you know, I took the temperature up. That's why I had Mo there, Nelly, so he could.
Oh,
It was a lot of. Nigga, last time when you did it, you get close, you get close. You're too hot, so it's like it all depends on how it's gonna go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but that's how. That's pretty much how our conversation.
That's what it is, son.
You want to be like this?
That's what it is.
But it was a lot. It was a lot of things that like it's
You know, somebody in their feelings, like you said, man. If somebody in their feelings about, you know what I mean? One of them joints they screw.
Nah, son. It's
Now I will go on record.
bow out, giving off tap your pocket energy. And you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, one's cool.
this shit crazy.
One's cool. You got one cool and one nigga that just don't give a fuck, and it's
Yeah.
like
It don't mix.
it don't mix.
Yeah.
Like Nelly, put it this way, Nelly gave up. That's how it went.
shit.
He gave
Yeah.
up. He's I'm out of here. This shit's not
crazy.
going anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Love is a very powerful thing.
Absolutely.
And it's important, and that's for all of us in here. When you love someone and you know that you love them and they love you, you love
Fact.
Jermaine,
Fact. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
do Jermaine love you?
Absolutely.
And you know that.
Yep.
We have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm in my brother's face, I might got some differences with him.
Mm-hmm.
I might have seen some things I might not like, but I love him.
Facts.
And he loved me. And we have to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
What you said about the days apart, we can't do that as brothers. You know what I'm saying? As brothers,
respect that.
when we see that the communication is going, that's for all of us in this
Yeah.
room. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, call each other and check it. You know what I'm saying? Check it where it's at. You know, what's going on. Let's get together. Let's get face to face.
Figure it out.
A relationship means to relate. We have to relate to one another to order to communicate.
Yeah,
When I get with my brother, the first thing I'm gonna let him know is I love you.
Facts.
Before we get to the argument and get into each other's face, I love you. You know, I love you.
Starting
you know what I'm
there.
saying? Yeah, let's start out.
He don't say it like that though.
Fuck, I love you.
Yo, hold on. Time out.
You talking?
Time out. Yo, you ain't see how many times this man unbossed on me on camera?
But I love this man.
We love
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The love always.
Yeah.
And I want to say,
That's important.
Absolutely.
we all know tomorrow's not promised.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Yes.
So
Facts.
Yes.
if you feel like you would perform at a rest in peace concert form, you should just rock with it.
Facts.
That's deep.
Facts.
It's
You dig what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Every day,
Right, bro.
we building a legacy. We building a history. This is like a book that once we are all in this room are gone, people are going to be able to open up and read what was, you know, your life, what was your life, what was your life, what was all our life. What do we want them to read?
Read. What do you want to leave behind?
What do we want them to read?
Right on.
You're writing it.
God forbid.
You're
Like
writing
you said,
it.
nobody's promised tomorrow. You don't want
Right,
your last
absolutely.
words in this world to that man to be.
Yeah, if I love him, I gotta stop
son.
right now.
You don't want-
I
Don't end
can
it on a
go out
pocket
and
tap, my
anything
nigga.
can happen.
No, I didn't pocket tap. No, it's not. Look, even, like I said, you know, even though I'm done with this shit, but when we spoke, I ended it, and you know, it was you good? Yup. You good? Yup. I got love for you. I bet. We ain't going. All right, cool. All right, my nigga.
Thanks.
That was it.
I live by the 4 unforgivables. Another dad lesson. If nobody violated anybody's kids, violated somebody's wife, sent somebody to jail, or took somebody's life. No, I said violated. I said violated, and I said wife. Neither of these niggas been married. Chill out. If it's not one of those four, kids, wife, sent somebody to jail, took somebody's life, it can be figured out.
Absolutely.
If it's not one of them four,
yes.
If it's one of them four, it's figured out for you.
Absolutely.
Right.
But if it's not one of them four, it ain't that serious. You can figure it out. Even if figuring it out means you're gonna sit there, I'm gonna sit here and we
What
just
if you
gonna
don't
be
want
quiet.
to?
Say it again?
What if you don't want to? What if you feel like I'm just good?
Mind your
Again.
motivation.
You wake up one morning and it's like, rest in peace. Oh shit.
You won't be good. You know what I mean?
That's when you really gonna realize, you know what?
It's gonna eat
I
you
was
aside.
tripping.
Like,
You know what I mean?
Because the first thing everybody says when somebody's passed and you have beef with them, the first thing everybody says, yo, that beef was so fucking stupid. That shit wasn't about nothing. We shouldn't have even been arguing over it.
And let's start thinking about what you should have did.
And let's be clear, what the
I got the man's number. That's what you'll say. I don't even know what we was mad at each other
Money
for.
is not about money. If it's about fucking money and material things, our relationship
Was
is
never
so
real.
much beyond that.
And y'all both rich.
You know what I'm saying? It's
So that
not
ain't
about
it.
fucking
my money to
money. You can't
See, that's the
about
shit. But that's the thing. Like, see, that's all. I can't.
I told him that to his face too, though. He was tight about that. He was tight. He was tight about that one. He was tight. He was tight. He was tight about that one.
Oh, for the love of God.
It's me too. Like when people see this shit, they're gonna respect the fact that I'm real enough to know like I'm a major part of the problem because I could call him and be like, you know what, my nigga, let's get busy. Let's get this shit back cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You got me. I thought it was going undefeated. So I thought it was Floyd Mayweather going to I get the ball.
That was so fucking unnecessary.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I know that. You know what I mean? But like that, what I just said, I got one. Like that's how. John said, "Damn, see, I just did it." Like that's how me and him are. It's just so competitive. It's just so. Like me and him, and then you know that's
Why don't
just
y'all
how
just
we
put
are.
gloves on?
Chill.
Box
no,
it out.
man, no.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh my God! I think honestly, since we on the times that we talk about,
You're not in jail anymore, Damon.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't no fucking
I'm probably
agent,
the
nigga.
only
Fuck outta
artist who really pisses him completely the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like y'all never probably seen him irate. Never. I don't think the public has ever seen that. I'm the only motherfucker. Like I've seen it. Like JD's crazy too.
I'll tell you exactly how you squash it.
Tell me how.
Do an album together, 10 joints,
He did
whoever
already.
rap the best.
He did it already.
No. Bar to bar. This one right now.
JD can't fuck with me rap bar.
Whoa. What?
JD can't fuck with me bar for bar.
Okay, so let's see it then.
I know that for a fact.
Let's see it then. Bragging rights is on the table.
That's just more ego measure.
I believe you would.
I don't think he would. I think like, well, he
Make
you know,
a father.
JD
He
around.
a rapper, bro.
No, he do, but he ain't around this shit like I'm around it. Number one, I'm outside way more. I got way more content. I done been through, like, I'm not taking away what he done been through, but nigga, I done seen a lot of shit, lived a lot of shit. I'm outside more than him. I'm around more rap niggas than him. I'm around just way more
so
shit.
This
like,
sounds like you should be confident in doing this album.
nah.
Now you backing out.
I wouldn't do that album with JD. And play got the album with Currency, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like the first time JD doing like a
Yeah.
team
Shout out to
album.
Currency.
That's my nigga.
Shout out to Currency. Yo, Currency's a good dude.
That's my dog.
Shout out to Spitter.
I fucks with him.
Good dude. Good
I
dude.
fucks with Spitter.
Yo, we need you on the show, man. Stop
Yeah, early.
That's my dog. I fuck with Spitter a lot.
Back when he did the joint with with Dame Dash when they was doing DD went to,
Yeah.
that's when I met him, sat down, and me, him, and Devin the Dude.
I fucks with
Shout out to
I
Spitter.
Oh, shout out to Devin.
I was
salute to them.
lucky enough to be there to pull up on him when they was working on the project.
At the
our
studio?
thing. Yeah, before
At the
the
gallery?
Jenny had a little argument and shit. Yeah, I fuck with Spitter for sure.
No, good dude.
Yep.
Good dude. Very good dude. And a master at his craft, but like more importantly, a good dude. Salute to Spitter. Always been a
Shout out
good
to
dude.
Devin. Shout out to
Yeah, pull
Uncle
out.
Snoop.
Pull out.
Hey, you listen, if you're going through a breakup, them the two niggas you want to just keep on repeat, son. Just keep the niggas on repeat, you gonna be all right. Yeah, so I'm telling you, I've been there plenty of times, nigga. Number 15 on last meal. I'm telling you, check that shit
I
out.
want to shift it a little bit, right? Because Bow Wow was in the Fast and Furious franchises.
Yeah.
And you're about to be up in Fast 10, right?
Not Fast 10, but I believe there's one more after that. And I think that's gonna be the one where you're gonna see like all of us again. I think 9 was the last one I did. The one before the one is about to come out now.
Yep.
And that was like the introduction to having all of us. And I knew it would happen because the fans asked for that shit. Like, you gotta bring the Tokyo Drift and meets. So the last one that came out, that was the first time my character met Luda. Met Tyrese, never met him, never heard of him, never seen him.
Because you lived out in Tokyo.
I was in Tokyo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they never, like I said, they heard of us, but we never heard of them. And, but yeah, I believe after 10, we'll all come back together. And,
How the fuck did you get in that franchise, homie?
Yo, you know what's funny? Every time we bring up one of my movies and y'all ask me like, how did I get the role or whatever, it's always like the most spontaneous shit. Like it's only been 2 occasions I think where I actually went out for the job, auditioned, and got it. A lot of my roles, here you go. We need you in here. We know what you can do, so we do it. So this was on me and Chris tour. We was on the Universal lot. Our show was at the Universal Amphitheater, and then of course Universal Studios is all in the same lot in LA. If y'all, I'm sure y'all done seen that shit. And I'm backstage, and they're like, "Yo, Justin Lin wants to talk to Bow Wow, the director, the new director of Fast." This was Justin's introduction into the franchise, and somebody came over on a cart, left out the arena, and drove me to the other side. Went to the Universal office and sat up there and met him. He said, "What's your schedule looking like?" I'm like, "Shit, currently I got a sold out show tonight with Chris Brown. We on tour right there. But I came over to meet you real quick because y'all heard that we was on the ground. So, but after I finished this tour, what's up? Fast and Furious? You down? Down to go to Tokyo?" They go, "What? Fast and Furious? Hell yeah. It was a no-brainer. I don't give a fuck what I got, man. I'm there." And that's how I got the role. Being on tour, they heard I was on the ground, so called me over. I said, "Yeah," and the rest was history.
Absolutely.
Are you the first Lil?
No. No.
What was before
There's
that?
Lil Kim came out before me.
Lil Wayne.
yeah,
I want to say Wayne came out before me.
and they were old school Lil.
Little Richard, there's a whole bunch of them.
Not Little Rich.
It was little.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a little, that's wild.
You see about the first never think like it's the internet. So nowadays, like nigga, I'm the first nigga you look, and the nigga be in the comments like, "Nigga, you weren't here for Little Richard." You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta. I can see somebody, hey, Bart, somebody be in the comments now. That nigga Bow Wow, nigga, Little Rich was the first little nigga. What the fuck you talking about? So I'm like, all right, but
That was me, baby. That was me.
Nigga said Tutti Frutti.
Yeah. Kim came out before me.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Yeah, there was.
That's why I'm not gonna lie, yo. Respect to Jermaine Dupri and all of that.
But when he
this
said
is why
that-
it's hard for me to believe some of the stuff he says, bro.
I'm not gonna
Because
lie.
I watched him say that on an interview on YouTube,
Recently,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You had little
bro,
scenes,
I
little-
named like 4
little
people
back-
immediately. I'm like, why did the person interviewing him stop him?
Yeah, he
like,
would-
bro,
he
no,
would-
stop.
Yeah.
He would
Your
get on me
freestyle.
about shit that I say, but I would always tell him, "My nigga, you be saying some crazy ass shit." Like, and the funny part be like, you really mean it.
Believe
too.
it.
Like when he said that, I was like, I'm so
Right
confused.
earlier in the crowd, I was like, yo, Lil Wayne, automatically.
I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm like, I know I wasn't the first little. Kim was sure there, and then but that's just Jay though. He
I think he meant
does that
recognition, man.
crazy shit.
Nah, he said it in totality.
You gotta see.
He said
I
the
gotta
first
take that
Lil
for
was Bow
Hold on
Wow.
a second.
I gotta take up for JD.
So I was the first little.
No, he said you started the floodgate of the LILs. Like it was, of course, it was LILs before you,
Yeah.
but after you, it was a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable.
All right.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
You know what?
Yeah.
Trend. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
things he
The
said,
trend.
there's fact behind it,
Yeah.
and I always tell him this. It's just the way you word it. I get what you're trying to say. Like even when he went at the female rappers, I was on his ass about that. I said, I get what you're saying. What you're saying, there is a lot of truth into it. It do sound like, but it's just the way you worded it, my nigga. We get where you trying to go, but the way you worded it. You know what I mean?
Was you
That's
out
me.
before B2K?
I put B2K
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I put them on. Like And what I mean by I put them on, like the first Scream tour, you know what I'm saying? They was on it. These niggas was going around with trash bag clothes and hopping from van to van to get the shows. And I believed in them. Like when I first saw them, I was like, they finna blow. They gonna probably be the only competition I'm gonna have to see. Why I bring these niggas on tour and let them niggas get a taste of my fan base? I don't know why I did this. And then we came back the second round for the Scream tour too. These niggas was popping now. You know what I'm saying? They co-headlining now. They smelling themselves. I'm like, them niggas getting loud. Like the crowd is just going crazy. It's four of them niggas. It's just beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, how this gonna work? I know some of these Bow Wow fans that became B2K fans too. Now hold on, but I think that's why, you know, I pride myself on that shit too, and I think I learned that from the dog. Like, never to be selfish, always, you know, show love, get love type of thing. Never feel like you're bigger than the next man. And that's how me and Chris became best friends with Brown. You know, Brown first tour was my tour, and you know, told the nigga, man, ride my tour bus, bro. You ain't gotta show Brown the house, the mansion, the cars, the Ferraris, all that shit. Then next thing you know, that nigga went and bought a Lambo. So it was like if we take it back when we first started this interview, when I was like, I never had my father in my life, but I was influenced by hip hop, the things that I saw. All I did with Brown, how we connected was the same way how the game was introduced to me. JD, 12 cars, backyard, pool, the girls, did
Full
little
circle.
Right.
Now it's
Same
my
thing.
turn. I had a nigga do that for me.
Right.
Nigga, you next up. Nigga, let me show you what you about to embark on, my nigga, because you about to be there. Cars out in the front, the same thing. Girls, I even had it's one celebrity girl on that list that ain't on that list, but Chris know what I'm talking about. I had her running around the house just to flex on him. He had to see it. I'll tell you off camera. I'll tell you off camera. He's like, but if he was here, if that nigga was in this chair, he would have said the fucking name. He would have said the name. Oh, nigga, stop playing. Nigga, I was busting that. I was like, oh, man, but yeah, so, you know, and that's how it's supposed to be, right? Like, when somebody showed me the ropes, it's like, okay, now it's my turn to
Show
pass
somebody
this
else
shit off. That's how the game evolved. That's how the game evolved. That's how I keep this motherfucker spinning on his axis. You gotta pass the info. You gotta show.
It sounds like, just hearing that one of the sources of your friction with Jermaine Dupri is because you're now the big homie to somebody else.
Yeah.
And Jermaine doesn't acknowledge you as a big homie, period.
I don't think he ever would, though.
So that's what he's saying. That's the issue.
Yeah. I don't think he ever would.
That's the issue.
But if you can accept that, then there shouldn't be an issue.
I never really thought of it like that. I never really like.
You're welcome.
I never really. Yeah, good luck. I never really thought of it like that. But I never wanted that cap from him. Like, okay, I'm. This,
Are you
that,
sure?
like,
Because a couple of things you said in here, the lack of communication, the lack of coming to sit on the floor seats with you, he won't let you set the yacht up for him. It sounds like
that's more of. I never looked at it like that. It could seem that way, but coming from me, how I feel, I never once thought like that. It's more of like, nigga, you don't fuck with me? Like that. It went straight to, do you fuck with me?
Yeah, but
Are you talking?
But I'm definitely talking.
Oh.
So technically, I am big homie.
But hold on, but the very other side of that coin was you getting upset because he accepted those same things from Nelly, who he sees as a fellow big dog. So maybe the source of the friction is the fact that he won't see you on that same, or as far as you can see, he doesn't see you on that same level.
Nah, I never really looked at it like that or felt like that. It was more of the realness of what the fuck we supposed to be doing. Like, JD the type of nigga, if I pull up and buy him a billion and leave it out there and not tell him, like, he'll probably not even want the car. Like, he never experienced a lot of real shit, like real homie shit that you supposed to do for your partner. Like, if I bought him a Rolex, I don't know how he feel, but he gonna wear it, but he gonna be like, nigga, you crazy. Like, that's the first thing you said, you crazy? Like, that's just because we have so much ego. It's like, nigga, I should have bought it myself. Like, that's how much ego we have. It's like, I can't let out. My nigga, man, I don't know how much that car cost. It's like, nigga, don't matter. Nigga, it's on me. You taught me the game. Nigga, I'm rich because of you. You gave me the, nigga, let me return that favor. That's what we supposed to do.
That still sounds like the same thing to me, though.
But it's not. I would tell you if it was, but that's not where the energy from me come from. It's straight to, nigga, I feel like you don't even fuck with a nigga. Like, that's how I feel. Fuck all that looking like a big homie and all that shit. I get all that.
Yeah.
I get that too much from other niggas. Like, I don't need that from you. I just need my big homie to fuck with.
That's it.
Fuck with me, dog. Yeah. You did so much for me. You took me on my first yacht. Now come on my shit and let's talk about how the first time, nigga, you took me, you showed me this shit, nigga. Let's laugh and enjoy this shit we done worked hard for our whole lives, nigga. Let's race Lambos. Let's
say it to the
you know
camera,
what I'm
nigga,
saying?
you watching?
Nah,
You
this
gonna
ain't
be
Dr. Phil, JD.
You gonna see that shit.
But you know, the thing is, and you know this, he never really had that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he never had that before. That
Right.
the real shit that you see how James Harden nigga dropped 100 bands on baby for a birthday. Like he not used to bonds and friendships and real shit like that. So a lot of times I can't really fault him because it's been too long of that streak and he just don't know.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to upgrade the studio, but I've known I was gonna wait till he went out of town because I hate the fucking TV that's in the game room. Like the TVs I got, you can talk to the motherfuckers and they come on. You can turn the PlayStation 5 on and the whole fucking TV turns on. You even gotta press the power button. JD got the shit. You gotta fucking turn it on. Fucking handle like it's not that old. It's a plasma. It's not that old. I'm just fucking with it.
Right.
But I asked him one day. I said, "Man, I was this close from buying you a fucking new TV because I hate playing video games over here, nigga. Like, nigga, we play 8K now, nigga. Shit, it ain't 1480p no more, JD. Shit like 2060.
Right.
He's like, nigga, if you would have bought that TV, I probably would have took it down. Like,
He said Jermaine's TV's got
Like,
ass.
what?
He's just stuck in his ways.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's
stuck in his
just
ways.
he is
Got
who
that
he is, and
antenna on
I've
this
learned
shit,
to accept it.
He got
so.
the hango on this TV. You know?
Nah, shit.
Now you know. I
You gotta switch from video game to TV. They got the black box in the back of
black
it.
and white.
It's just I don't like it. I don't like the TV. But that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, no, I took that shit down. I probably would put it up.
I'm sticking with my first. It
No,
sounds
you
like
can.
he gets
But-
that stuff. He'll accept it from Nelly. He'll accept it from Diddy. But from you,
That nigga kick it with me. Fuck with me.
We spinning the block on that too.
I'm like,
I'm
fuck
not
with
saying. I'm just saying. I think maybe if they took it home and I'm quiet.
See?
He gonna like back leave here and never talk to that nigga anyway. Why I'm wasting my time saying that?
Now, rewinding a little bit, you said just talking about saying crazy shit. What you doing with this nigga?
That's
That's a good segue.
This is so funny, right? Like I'm not even gonna share it live, bro. Like
What you doing with this nigga? The most random shit.
this is hilarious.
I mean,
This
niggas
is
say
like
crazy shit, bro.
Yes.
Niggas say crazy shit.
this is hilarious. So I would never forget this. How I met John was he was always coming to the studio. You know, Jermaine has a full court indoor gym in the studio. The same one I whooped Lonzo Ball's ass on. Got him up the fuck up out of here.
Wow.
He ain't been the same.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Thought we was squashing beef around
That's
here.
Wow, that's crazy.
that's my court right there. So we always would play pickup. That's what we did. He'll come over with his friends from high school, pick up runs all day, Bart play.
Lou come over there,
Lou will come and play.
Bell,
Shout out to Lou.
Alfred.
We all from the north side. Like we all from Gwinnett. Me, Lou, Miga, we all from that area. Drewski, we all from that area. John had the braids. I don't even think niggas knew John had braids. Did they? No.
Nah,
They had
went to
long-
school with me.
Yeah,
Went to school
yeah.
with me. That's the only way
So
You
one
too?
day, so one day, I'm like, I
My
think
shit was down here though. I had the
My
long.
shit's just right here.
That's not long enough, Paul.
Hey, yo.
no, he called us.
Yo,
He called us.
whoa, caught it. You caught it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You talking about me hugging all these niggas and
Yo, I want to say, for the niggas that's listening to the audio, we're talking about hair.
Yes.
We're talking about hair.
Yeah, clarify that, my nigga.
Please.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna say mine,
Yeah,
like,
so
my shit
we
was down
be
here.
hooping and shit. I'm like, man, this the bro. Like we used to be hooping. I'm older than John too. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Right.
One day, nigga, I think Bart or somebody like John has a battle. I'm like, battle for what? Like he raps. Like get the fuck. John don't fucking rap. Nigga, John plays basketball for his school. John, what are you talking about? He raps.
Right.
So I'm like, nigga, you rap? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why the fuck you never said nothing? You come to the studio every fucking day. His cousins, they all rap. I'm like, why the fuck why did we? But I don't know why did you keep it a secret? Like was
It's
it?
not, it's not a secret. I wasn't there. Like Waters was signing So Death. So I'm there to support my cousin. I'm not there. It's about me. It's not my time. It's his time.
Right.
My time will come whenever it come type shit. So it wasn't like I wasn't eager to tell everybody I rap. Like that's all it was.
Because you didn't want to take attention off of the guy who had it.
I don't
So
even
you saying you
think I
better
could
than
have.
Waters?
I mean, I ain't gonna go there. Nah, if I felt like I was that clear, better than him, I would say that. But I feel like Waters was like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of my favorite, you know what I mean, rappers. So I ain't gonna go out there. But yeah, it wasn't about me. I never was that type of nigga, the attention seeker. If it's not about me, it's not about me. I'm cool with being, you know what I'm saying? Because the same thing, the same way I was around Bow, I was around JD.
Yeah.
JD didn't know I rapped till he had a tag records competition, and I got in there and won that shit. It was 65 people. You're like, what the fuck?
I remember that, the tag body spray. I remember that shit.
He did the tour. So when he came to Atlanta, I won the whole shit. And JD was like, yo, why you ain't even tell me you rap? I'm like, nah, now you know. Like, I didn't want no favors type shit. So that's what he was doing.
I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw it, I was nervous, because you gotta think, I'm used to, we just do regular shit. We like friends, we hang out, we do regular, cool shit, right? And I remember like a battle, I was like, I can't watch it. Cause I don't look at him like a rapper. I don't know of John rapping. I've never heard him, and I cannot see him embarrass himself on the stage.
Was K-Shine your
first? Yeah, he the reason I lost that battle, man.
Nigga, that was your first battle ever?
No, hell no.
That's the first one you
I remember that one.
I did. Why'd you have me come, man? You know, it's like the fucking Sumo with the Falcons. I was started talking shit, nigga. And another Bow Wow moment on the internet.
That's what I remember that one. Stunt, man. I'm about to bring
battle. And mine's just the first battle rap I ever been to. So, but understand, I come from the death row shits. I'm a hip hop baby. I love this type of shit. I love hip hop. I love this shit.
Wow.
So I'm in there. I'm in the crowd. Remember, I think all the motherfuckers on on the go that night. But we was in the crowd, Bart. Remember? I'm in the crowd watching this shit. So we walk to the stage. I'm like, I want to go up there. I want to watch it. Bro, no, nigga, let's go up there. We go up there. No, I couldn't do this. I feel like I was had an out-of-body experience. I'm like, this is crazy watching John really do this shit. But
K-Shine was wilding on you. But your mic was fucked up too.
But I think it was deeper than that though. Pause. Like I think it was the fact that I was coming off the Hitman battle. Right?
Which was
Summer
crazy.
Madness 2. It's crazy. The biggest battle rap event. I'm probably the only nigga on the card that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? I was supposed to get smoked, and it was just like, get him out of here. But no, we ended up having the best back and forth battle. So now after this, right? Now I battle K-Shine. I show up, I got Bow Wow with me. Like, the mentality of the fans. Who John think he is? He just came here type. That's how I felt.
Your mic was fucked up, and K-Shine was wilding on you.
Nah, but it was still a mentality because you could feel it walking
One battle
in.
later, you walk in with a
Like,
celebrity.
regardless of how the battle happened, you could feel the tension walking in, how they was looking at us. Like, you know, and we sectioned off. They cleared the whole VIP for us in the back. So people having to leave the VIP, and then they see me walking in there. Clearing the VIP.
It's battle rap. You know what niggas is doing? Niggas is in the back like, hey.
Yeah, like it was that. It was that type of shit. Like I felt the energy before I got on stage, bro.
You should never go to a battle event, ever.
Oh, no.
Ever.
No.
You showed up to his shit. That happened. You showed up to my shit. And then that happened. No. I'll never go to another.
And he was there for me too. I was supposed to battle that night.
Yeah, but you didn't. Because he got on stage with my shit.
I'm like, yo, this is the craziest shit ever. But I love it. Like, I love the, and that's what made me do what I did when I was at BET, and it had to be done. I'm like, this Freestyle Friday shit gotta be improved, man. I'm like, if I'm really gonna do this shit and I'm Mr. 106, y'all gotta let me do my thing. Like, I damn near was pretty much producing the fucking show. I'm like, nah, this out of here. Nigga, it's a new day. I'm here now, nigga. If we doing freestyling and y'all niggas is doing battle, like the form of battling, nigga, if y'all don't go call, nigga, let me make a call real quick. And that's how we had the whole thing. And
they had Smack,
and correct me if I'm wrong.
After I went on there.
Yeah, yup. And correct me if I'm wrong, because this is y'all's, that's y'all's domain. But
mine no more.
I felt that, but you can speak on it though.
Yeah, I can speak.
But I felt like me doing that for URL and putting the Ultimate Freestyle Friday shit on cable television, and then BET would then let the Raw go online. I felt like that opened up the door for the shit to start going crazy. Like then now here comes Drake. Everybody, it just opened up the eyes of so many people, and then people never been on TV. These is like real talented motherfuckers who can really rap, getting a chance to be on cable television. Like, Mama, I'm coming on at 6:30. Tune in, the whole world watching, not just in New York in front of a crowd or gotta wait to when we live. This shit going down right now. Like it was so dope, and you know I was so thankful.
many stars came out of that.
We
Right
was
before, right before I did
so many.
Lux,
we was introduced to Loaded Lux from that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Lux,
fact.
Hollow was
I
up there.
watched
You was
Lux
too.
from that.
Oh, damn.
You was too.
We talking about no.
Yeah, yeah.
We talking about Chess, Ill Will, T-Top.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
from
yeah,
UFF.
all that.
Yeah, UFF.
all
Yeah,
them.
UFF, yeah,
All,
yeah,
like
yeah.
niggas is going. I'm like, oh, this
Is
is
that Jin?
Nah,
That's before UFF.
But it
That's
was a
Freestyle Friday.
You're right.
That's
Like
before.
all them, I'm like, oh, and I'm watching it, and John's all right by me. I'm like, nigga, this little nigga Trey, he hard.
Yeah, Chess, yeah.
Remember, I was like, I like this little nigga. He just aggressive. I'm like, I like how he be moving when he be doing his shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this little, I like this. But he
You battle Chess, right?
But
Yeah, you got him out of here. You ain't like that.
Yeah,
You ain't like that.
I was mad at John. And then it broke my heart. And, you know, and Chess know how much I like. I'm telling you, like that
Me
little
too,
nigga.
I love Chess too.
I
right?
love that
He
little
one of
nigga,
my
man. I
favorite.
love him so much. He was so hungry, but broke my heart when he would forget his lines, man. And there's been like so, you know, not a lot of battles, but it's been a couple where I watched the blues and it just broke my heart. But I love Chess. Like, he was one of my favorites to come out of that.
The issue with battle rappers, it's just one moment in time. And ain't no, whatever the fuck you got going on in your real life, it don't matter.
It don't matter, bro.
Niggas can get up on stage and be like, yo, my mom's died yesterday, and by the third round, they boo, 3-0, nigga. And we're like, God damn, man, no mercy on this nigga. Like, shit crazy.
That was the same situation, I think, with you and T-Top.
Oh, no, son. First of all, who the fuck told me to walk in there? Y'all been up for like
I was with you
48
that day.
hours in a
I was with you
hospital.
that day. You said
And I'm
something.
walking there like I'm gonna win this fucking
I
battle.
was there that
Oh,
day,
my
right?
God, son.
So I spoke to you before
They
that
don't care
battle.
about
You
this.
told me you was at the hospital.
Yeah, facts.
Shit, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Word.
That's
Yeah,
a different type of
yeah,
feel
it
right
happens.
there, man. It's a couple of like niggas that want to battle and step into it. I'm telling them, like, man, that shit different, boy. That crowd that's a different type of monster right there. You gotta really earn it. You gotta really earn it.
Lyrically, these are the like best niggas in the world.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Let me ask y'all a question.
Crazy.
You know, I be hosting shit sometimes. I start reversing shit. Especially for like John and Matt. Like, why do you know, it's talented, like you just said it, right? Some of the best fucking MCs in the world, right? Why is it so hard? Or is it that some battle rappers are comfortable being like where they are? Why don't we see a lot of them transitioning to making it to the industry and having hit records and getting signed to labels? I mean, we've seen it, like, you know,
we see it.
Wayne took Mills, I believe.
we
We see Shaq, but like, why is that? There's always been that thing of, you know, like we can make hit records all day in radio, but nigga, we come in y'all world, nigga, get smoked. I don't give a fuck how nice you is on the commercial level.
Right.
Then it's like we get battle rappers, and I ain't gonna say no names, but I've worked with some, think you know who, got in the studio,
no good.
I'm like, this nigga don't sound like that nigga on that battle. This shit a little different.
I think
That's
That's part of it too.
It's perception.
Because you kind of expect a nigga to be that on a track, and being that on the track.
It's
and
hard.
That,
It's
that
not
means
hard.
that means you a nigga with a book bag on, and you know you're not gonna sell that much records. You know what I'm saying? So I think for some battle rappers, like making music is just a different thing. You know what I mean? Like
Because some battle rappers made music before they started battling. I know you remember it was a point in time where a lot of rappers wasn't saying they was battle rappers, even though that's all we knew them for. They was quick to say I'm an artist or I'm just a rapper.
Right.
Niggas was making music beforehand. I was making music before I started battling. I know you. And
Yeah.
like all the GOATs, the top, they was making music before they started battling. Now we at a generation where niggas is watching battles, never thought about rapping.
yeah,
I want to do that.
I want to be a battle rapper.
I want to do that. So now they battle rapping, not making music. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I've
to
worked
answer
with
the
him.
question,
I've worked with him. No, please answer the question.
yeah, to answer your question though, I feel like it's a perception. Like they watch us, they get used to us, what they see on you know what I mean, on the TV, YouTube or whatever, and then a lot of people feel like, all right, you don't think I can make music? Let me try to make a hit record like what we hearing on the radio.
Oh.
Now you taking the battle rapper
Right.
and he's stepping outside himself trying
And
something.
they're looking
That's
way
not what we like
outside
you for.
like even now, like
That's not what we like you
I
for.
play some shit for self. If I'm not going ham, he's like, nah, nigga, you trying to sound like Mace. I'm like, the fuck is he talking about? Yo. That's my real life on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, you think it's the cannabis effect. Everybody got so used to cannabis just bodying everything on the track. And when he put out an album and he was actually talking about something, they rejected it.
Yeah.
It was like, no, nigga, we want to hear you just kill rappers all the time.
Right. It's not what we like you for.
So
I feel like you gotta find, as battle rappers, we gotta find that medium. Somebody said something ill to me at an aux party one day. He said, yo, when battle rappers make music, why don't they talk about, like, as far as what's going on in the battle rap world in their music? Because it's still relative and real. And I never thought about that, like, because I always tried to separate it. I don't wanna, talk about battle in the music.
I think that's a smarter bet, because if you talked about what was happening in the battle rap world, it would appeal to the battle rap audience.
Right.
Top tier.
And those
Now-
will be the first people that listen.
Yeah, right. No. There's
Top
nothing
tier.
wrong with having
Was
that
that.
audience. Right.
That's his biggest record.
There's
Right.
nothing wrong with having that audience, but the dudes that I've worked with from
Oh, there
battle
is.
rap.
Trust me.
No. I mean, if they're willing to support, but I don't know. What I can tell you is the artists that I've worked with from battle rap, there's a couple of things that throws them off. Number one, the pace of a record. It's a whole different pace when you're performing live. There's stops and starts. There's dramatic effect. Number two, the energy in the booth. You're literally in that booth by yourself. Whereas when you're in battle rap, you're on the stage. There's people.
It's a little different.
I've seen the best battle rappers I've ever seen feed off of the murmurs, the roars of the crowd. Excuse me, John. You got some splaining to do. Totally different effect than you just in the booth and there's a mic in front of you and the beat's on and it's like,
I know how that feels.
this is boring.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then there's the content. Okay, now are we really gonna write 10 records about you murdering a rapper who we've never seen before? And you're bodying him. You can't insult the guy you've never actually looked at. So how is this song gonna translate? Who are you dissing?
Right.
Like who's the opponent? There is no opponent. It's just a made up MC. Now you just have to show pure skills, and those three things. I've noticed those are the three things that trip up the battle rappers that I've worked with.
But in a way, I feel like that's what tripped me up, because all my best battles was personal. I couldn't just make shit up about niggas like that. Like, it was like, I don't know how to, I'm gonna just make this bar and make a hit. Like, but if I had a real issue, nigga, I'm going there.
It's more fun preparing for the battle.
Yeah.
Here's what I can say about this, right? I was a person who was introduced to the battle rap world years ago, right? Smack URL, whatever, right?
Where?
Now, I would say I'm gonna keep it real. It was when you battled Sirius. That's when I was first introduced to it. Then I started following Loaded Lux and Murda Mook and all of them and stuff like that. Somebody else put me onto it. But I always had that question, like, what is the stigma with battle rappers going into mainstream hip hop and making hit records, right? What's going on? Why is it not
No,
happening?
but it's only here. Like,
Right,
if you look at the rest of the world.
Let me finish. So now I meet you, right? And I never been with a battle rapper, like, in the yard in jail, there's battle rappers everywhere, but they're not making records. So now I come home, I meet Math, and I know him for this, battle rap galore and everything like that. But when I got in the studio with him, I said, oh, fuck the stigma. This nigga has hit records. You understand what I'm saying? And that was that's rare. Like, I've been around Murda Mook, I've been around a few cats, and I've heard their records, and I'm just like, But sitting in the studio with Math, I'm like, okay, he just broke that whole stigma for me. Because he has records that straight hit records.
It's crazy. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember thinking about this shit and comparing the two. I'm like, I have my reasons why I love battle rap, right?
And I don't know if that could play a part of to why we don't see enough of the crossover because we love it so much. You got guys like myself and Drake and guys that it's like we come into y'all's world and it's like that's y'all shit. And the crossover feel, the effect, it was kind of like, it brings me back to like the And One mixtape in the NBA.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I loved
That's exactly what it
And One
is.
for what the fuck it brought to the culture, and I saw shit on the court that these niggas wasn't doing in the NBA.
Right.
And these guys are fucking talented, D1 players, and or could possibly go to the fucking league itself. And it's like, damn, only one nigga made out that shit. Like really, skip. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then he had to, then he had to, you know, reform his game to the NBA. And I'm watching him, and you're right, because I like what you do. I watch you because of what you do, and then you get to the league, and I don't get no flashes of Skip to my Lou. Maybe a little behind the back, but it's nothing crazy. It's like, nigga, not here.
The coach benches ass.
This is, I'm gonna play how I'm supposed to play in this field. So I always looked at the two like that. Like, damn, it's like two things that just dominated the culture, means so much to us. And, you know, I always compared that, like, man, it's like And One with the NBA. It's like the guys you can see at the Rucker and Gauchos and all that shit. And then I always looked at it like it's the same shit.
There are rules to making a hit record.
Yeah.
There are rules to winning a battle.
Yeah.
And those are very different set of circumstances.
Yeah.
Very different set of rules. You can't carry the ball in And One. It's double dribble. You stop. Hey, well, turnover.
Yeah.
And one.
It don't matter. Yeah.
Throw off a nigga head. All types of shit.
All kinds of. That's a foul. That's a tag. Get the fuck out of here. And the team loses, and that's your ass. Battle rap. It's me and this guy who I'm actually familiar with, one way or the other. Either I really know him or I know something about him. And I'm not making a record to entertain the crowd through partying and dancing. I'm making a record to embarrass this dude in front of the crowd, and they're gonna fucking love it.
But
Total difference.
and I can only use this material one time.
Once. And it won't make sense with anybody else.
Right.
A Bow Wow record could play this year, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
10 years from now.
This girl who is 20 is gonna love it. She's gonna turn 30, still love it. Another girl who's 20 today is gonna love that exact same record. That thing that he did, or that thing that he did against whoever it was, won't work anywhere else, anytime else, ever again.
Right.
It's him. If he's not standing in front of Hollow saying the exact same shit he said to Hollow, won't make sense to him to say that to him.
Right.
Should don't make no sense.
I know I always wanted to know before we even get out the door, I feel crazy if I didn't ask this. Because when I watch battle raps, I see so much shit. What is off limits in battle rap? Or does that even exist?
Off limits?
As far as like topics, like if you know something about it.
It depends on who you battle.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a line of respect for
It depends on how you
No, but it depends if you have a relationship.
I done seen niggas talk about niggas.
Stop.
Mav don't listen, man.
All type of shit. I'm like, yo.
That's a fact.
Mav got
That's a fact.
limits, man.
Mav got limits.
Yeah, like
Everybody got limits. Everybody got limits.
So there's a rule, like, my nigga, like, come on, bro, like, you know.
Yeah.
I feel
They don't say it before
My best friend, I love, don't bring him, don't do none of that. Yeah. Like, I'm saying niggas do that shit, though.
I don't know how y'all stand there and have a nigga suck my dick, your dad, your kids. I'll be like,
Yeah, that
what?
shit's crazy. Matter of fact, during the T-Top battle, when T-Top said something about tax, you felt the way.
Yeah, I did.
You feel what I'm saying? Because niggas don't be knowing like what the
they
real
don't know
shit
the
is.
inside,
They use
you
it
know
for
what I mean?
bars. And you like,
Because dude is our brother, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Banger. Like,
Word.
you know what I mean? So when people say certain shit, you know, it makes niggas feel a certain kind of way. You know
Yeah,
what
like,
I
how
mean?
do you hold that? Like,
I mean, a lot of shit is like unspoken. Like, you know what lines, unless you really purposely want to cross a line with somebody.
yeah.
Other than that, you know not to go too far. Like, I don't know, like.
Do y'all talk before the battle? Like, yo,
Some
look,
people
bro,
do.
Yeah, I'm about to ask that,
don't
like-
say that. You know what I
Some
mean? It
people
could get
do, out of
sticky
respect,
if you
yeah.
say this, you
Some
say
people
that.
do. Like before, when I was about to battle Hollow, they tried to get me on a conference call, sign an NDA about not mentioning the fight. And I'm like, yo, bro, I felt disrespected. Like, why y'all trying to cripple me about something? I spoke to Hollow about it. I'm like, yo, not for nothing. That fight happened because you started it.
Right.
And that's what built this whole shit. So what you gonna tell me to not talk about what started this?
Yeah, they want
Like, you know what I'm saying? But he understood that when he was like, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, but
That's crazy.
don't tell me not to. Don't like, you know, unless there's certain things you could say, yo, don't say it, but you don't have to tell me that. I'm never gonna mention nobody's kids.
Right.
I'm never gonna.
Yeah, that's not. I never did.
Your opponent might not feel that way though.
Because I don't want to talk about mom.
Because certain niggas, they gotta do that.
Don't got no morals.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas go for shock value.
Right.
Yeah.
Niggas not creative enough to find another way to. You know what I'm saying? When I battle somebody, I'm really saying how I feel about you. Like, I'm really like attacking you.
Right.
Fuck everything else. I don't care about whatever else. And then when I'm battling niggas, they can make up shit for me just for it to be.
shock
That's
value.
why I be
Yeah.
feeling like I'm not losing, because what I'm saying is real.
Like
saying
that
is just-
that Murder Mook joint when the niggas was talking about his moms. I would have
That was
popped right
crazy.
there.
Yeah,
I would have violated that whole battle.
That
That'd been
and that's what happened.
That's what happened.
That whole battle would
what
have been
happened.
over the moment you said it. Cause I see he tried to keep his composure at first.
And what Calico
He sat
said,
down.
Calico said, how you feel about that? What you want to do? Like, this is what he's telling Mook. How you feel about them saying this? What do you want to do?
I would have went left.
Nigga, I was on the stage from the time he said that
He was trying to
line.
ignore it, but
You could just watch me. I'm just like, yeah, it's about to be.
I just want to state this from a fan point of view, because most of y'all are in the industry and been in the industry. So I want to state it's nobody speaking from a listener's point of view. There's a couple things I heard I want to comment on. So from a listener's point of view, the mistake, I won't even say it's a mistake because it's not a mistake. The difference between the listener's point of view with the battle rappers, for you guys, for you, a hit record is not based on lyrics no more. That been out the door a long time ago. Battle rappers focus on lyrics. A person like Bow Wow focus on the hooks. The hooks is what the majority of the general public is trying to hear.
It's what they sing
They're
along
hearing
to.
the hooks.
Right.
They're not hearing the lyrics.
Something to catch her.
It's, you know, it's not that. That's what it's paying to. It's paying to the
A
hook.
catchy hook and a catchy
Yeah,
beat.
exactly. Now,
That's it.
yeah, you know, now the talent that the lyrical ability that the writers have is amazing. You know what I'm saying? It definitely surpasses what
You hear
mainstream is doing. But what the mainstream is doing is what you're not doing. And they know how to make songs and make the hook and make it sing along. And it's not about lyrics. Not no more. At a certain time, it was about that.
Battle rap getting to that point too, though. Which
No, yeah, it could be. I haven't
the lyrics
heard
are
that
becoming
in a
less
while.
important. You know what I mean? Like now, it's about moments.
About comedy.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
performance. Somebody go
Little shit
over
like
perform
that.
some regular shit, but if they perform it, it's
Perform
like,
it
you know what I mean?
correctly.
Oh, you see how he grabbed his hat like
Yeah.
that?
Really?
Like some niggas get reactions for taking their jacket off. Am I lying, man?
That's a fact.
Right.
You don't gotta say a bar.
I'm like, yo,
He's about to say
shit
something
done turned
crazy.
into the strip clubs, son.
I know for me, bars matter. Bars matter for me.
Yeah.
Because
Me too.
of the era
Don't
I'm
get it
coming up in.
twisted. For me too.
Yeah,
It
like,
matters.
like I love what the young niggas is doing. I don't hate on it, especially being raised in Atlanta my whole life. I hear this shit everywhere. Like it's everywhere. And especially when I'm kicking it with like girls and shit, and they put on certain shit, I'm like, man, who is this? And they just be rapping all this shit, and I'm like, damn, ain't that the last nigga you just played? They're like, nah, that's a whole nother artist. I'm like, man, all these niggas sound like, God damn, everybody throwing auto-tune is melodic. It's like, God damn, but I'm with you. That's why I don't even listen to music. As weird as it sounds. Like when I'm in my car, I'm listening to Shannon and fucking Skip, or I'm listening to Stephen A. Smith. I get mad. We was in the fucking metros. We was going somewhere. I'm like, can y'all just like turn the music off? Like, y'all don't just ride in silence. And after a while, it's just, I don't know. I hate it.
Cameron and Mace now too.
You feel me? Like that's why I love Kendrick. Like that's my nigga. That's why I fuck with Kendrick is hard, cold hard. And if you look, you're right. It's like the substance, and that's why there's only 3 real rappers, really. I don't want not to exclude anybody out of the picture, but there's more of the. You got your little babies, you got your thuggers, you got your gun, you got all of these guys, but they don't rap how Meek rap. They don't rap how Cole raps or Drake raps. So there's only 4 guys that really rap.
Lil
You know what I'm
Baby
saying?
can rap, though.
Lil Baby can go. Lil Baby be saying some shit.
Right.
The baby.
Lil Baby can, the baby can, yeah, absolutely.
Lil Baby can rap.
And especially sometimes, like, these cats do be saying some slick ass shit. When you slow it down, like I said, I be around girls. Like, girls be rapping. I'm like, how the fuck you know what he's saying? I be in the club like, I'm like, but then when they repeat it back to me in slow mo, I'm like, oh, that's what this nigga Young Thug said. Oh, that was hard. I'm like, that nigga said that. That shit hard. I know.
We gotta hear it on our tongue.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit that make me go back and like, what the fuck? Like, Jay-Z did that for me. I don't want to talk about Jay-Z because that was so terrible, man. But it took me 10 fucking years to understand what the fuck. You know, Hov, he cool, he good with that shit, like writing shit, be right in your face, and then you miss it, and you like, I don't catch it until like fucking 8 years later.
What was the line?
I don't even want to say. I was young then.
No, what was the line?
I don't want to say because like
was a kid.
my knowledge for hip hop is gonna go down right now.
Hip hop IQ.
Yo, I remember going to JD one time. I said, "Yo, this shit is killing me." This fucking Polo Trevor's announcement, man. He's like, "What part?" I'm like, "This nigga Jay-Z, man. I don't know what the fuck he means when he's like, I got about an Ozy. What is Ozy? What the fuck is the word Ozy? I thought it was one word, like Ozy. What the fuck is Ozy? JD said, what, nigga? I said, nigga, for years, bro. This nigga Jay-Z said, I got about an Ozy. Like O-Z-I-E, I don't know what the fuck. I thought I was saying a word. Right. Nigga Jay looked at me and said, nigga, O-Z, Val. Yeah. Oh, he got about a, man, goddamn. Oh my God. That shit was so simple, but that shit just flew over a nigga head. But I like shit like that. I like shit that when I hear it, I'm like, oh, I gotta rewind that back again. That makes sense. Like, damn, that was hard.
It's the triple entendre.
Got a lot of sneaky bars.
That's how I felt about Nas growing up.
I love it.
Like I was always a whole, but my brother was Nas the whole time. Like, and we shared the room. Like he was Nas and DMX. So his room, he had DMX posters.
Right, all
my
that
room, Rockefeller,
all over that shit.
So I wasn't into Nas. What he was saying, I'm like, I'm not really into that. Now I listen to Nas, the old Nas, even the shit that he's been dropping now.
Crazy.
He's one of my, like, what? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? And my brother kind of rap like Nas. Like, he like, I ain't gonna lie, one of my dreams is for Nas to hear my brother rap. I feel like if Nas heard my brother rap, he's gonna go crazy with the shit that he's talking about. Master Farad, and like little shit. Like he get like it's on that, but he knows how to make ball. He taught me how to rap. You know what I mean? So my whole shit was competing with him growing up.
Yeah, no
competing with him. And then when people started saying his name Hodge.
I just wanted you to say it.
His name Hodge, man.
I know what it is. I just wanted you to say it. You keep saying my brother. I want you to say it.
So I was competing with him, and then when I started with Yonkers, people started thinking that he wrote my rhymes because you know he's 5 years older than me. And niggas was listening to me at a young age, like, yo, what is he, like, how is he putting this together? Right. I never got mad when niggas said how I was writing my rhymes. I was really flattered by it. I'm like, because I know I'm really writing my shit. Right. So if y'all say he's writing it, and I know he's nice. Right. Oh, it's lit, I'm up, I'm here. Right. And then Hodge had to tell niggas like, nah, nigga, he writing his own shit. Like, he writing his own shit, but yeah.
That is a good feeling though.
How many people you write for in battle rap?
And we're back.
I don't write for anybody in battle rap. I don't know what matters in this, bro.
This nigga, man. I know this shit. I know this shit, bro. I know this shit.
That's
joins up like,
and we're back around again.
That's why John standing there. That's why he's standing there. Make sure you perform it right.
I'm more of a coach than a ghostwriter.
See? Coach tell you to play, right?
That's not the same. I'm not giving bars. I can give tips, pause.
Direction. That's
more so.
I do that.
You know what I mean?
Direction.
Like, and that's why I gotta lead.
Direction. If you think this nigga ain't giving me bars, bro,
I'm just listening to what the man is saying.
I know it's not.
I would say it.
You're not supposed to do it.
He just
John, you lying right now, son. I know you lying.
I haven't wrote for anybody, man.
In a long time. That's what it is. I hear you.
I haven't wrote for
I hear you.
Maybe I gave somebody a bar or two.
Now we're getting there.
This is exactly what I'm saying. Though.
But that's just like
you're not gonna write the whole round.
It's not
but a motherfucker gonna get to a part, get stuck, and you're gonna be like, nigga, just say da-da-da-da, and then put
this is what
it's a haymaker. And I hear it and I'll be like, John wrote that.
Do you know when, speaking of haymakers, do you know when you got one? When you're writing it, like I know
sometimes, yeah.
or when I'm writing my battle, I'm setting it up. I know this is when I'm gonna get the crowd right here.
They gonna stop me right here.
Well,
This is where I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
Then I was thinking that
you
too.
could be wrong.
You know
Right, that's what I was saying. That's the
and that-
tricky part about battle rap, man. That's why I respect that
Like for
so
me,
much. Doing that
I
shit.
had to go to at least like 7 people and let them hear my shit. So I know consistently all these niggas got this bar. Nobody got this one.
Right.
I might have to take this out or slow down when I'm saying it. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I mean, it's the
that
same
shit-
feeling when we writing records too. Like we know, like we say some off the wall shit is like, okay, this is gonna be the part they only care about.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
And sometimes when we got rounds, nigga, we might think one of our rounds is the best rounds. And we might think one of the rounds is the lightest round. But the round you think is the lightest is the one
best
that hit
one.
the hardest.
It's
one
always like that.
You expect it, it's like, nah, that ain't it.
It's always like that.
And the reason, I guess, I realized after a while, the more complex your shit is, it's just for the connoisseurs.
Yeah.
Everybody in that crowd is not a connoisseur.
That's a fact.
Some people are casual fans.
You know what I mean? You might say some shit one time and there'd be one nigga in the back like, oh my God, that was crazy.
Right.
Nobody else is saying nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody else. You know what I mean? So simplify your shit, you appeal to the masses. I guess that's why battle rap is, you know, it's for connoisseurs.
It is.
Yeah. Lyrically, it's for connoisseurs.
So
Would
you
you ever
started
battle?
your own battle league.
Yeah, Bullpen Battle League started in 2015. And it's crazy because how I got the idea was at this time, Smack was branching out. He started URL West. You know what I mean? He was trying to do shit. He wanted to do URL South. So they contacted me to basically run URL South. And at first I felt like, you know, it was a dope opportunity. I'm like, I bet, yeah. So after I agreed, of course, now I'm getting ideas on how I would run the league. So as I'm thinking about more ideas, and I'm like, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. So if I want to change shit, I'm going to need more control. So what if I want to try something, right? And I plan this and I go to them and they say, nah, we're not doing that. I can get mad at them because that's their shit.
Right.
So I really have no control. I can't be innovative and what. I'm not just about to work for a nigga.
Yeah.
So after I told them, you know, like, nah, I'm good. I'm not interested. So once I turned that down, of course, this is time where I was already brainstorming. Right. So now I'm already in that mindset. So it took me a year to really figure out, all right, what direction, what the identity of my league is going to be.
Right.
I'm watching a lot of leagues come up and they doing different shit. A lot of leagues is coming out and they just booking established talent already. I don't want to fall into that.
Right.
To set myself aside, I want to find new talent myself. I want to make my own stars. I want people to see them and be like, yo, they know they came from Bullpen because that's going to inspire more people. Let me go to Bullpen. I might not can make it to Smack. I might not can make it to, you know what I mean? Like, but this is another platform where you can still eat. You know what I mean? So that was the whole idea of Bullpen, and we still doing that now. Like, you know.
And your gunner is Bad News.
I got a few gunners.
Yeah, but that's one of your top gunners.
Yeah, I got a few top gunners. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Bad News, you got Loso, you know what I mean? You got Clone, you got, you know what I mean? Like niggas that's really out here getting booked everywhere, getting flown, getting, you know what I mean? And then they'll come to me when they get offers. Yo, is this okay? And I know how to protect their brand to make sure the booking is right. Because it's like, dog, you gotta understand, when these other leagues call you to book you, they booking you to take advantage of the name you made for yourself. This is not for you. They there to take advantage, so the least you can do is protect yourself when you go there. At least make sure your bag is taken care of. At least make sure that flyer looks good. If that flyer don't look good, don't post it. It's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Find out who else is on this card so you know what type of eyes is gonna be on you. That's like, so I was there for that type of protection and direction. Let's go here. And then booking the right matchups to bring their style out more. You bring up Bad News. Bad News been around, he had the same energy. There's certain matchups that's gonna bring out his energy.
Right.
You got a K-Shine. You got a Shotgun Suge.
You got
a Tay-Rock.
Yeah.
You got a, and all of these battles is the ones that worked for him.
Right.
I mean, Tay-Rock is damn near 3 million views.
That's dope.
And this is the platform that's not smack.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole shit. And that's, you know, I feel like in that regard, we were successful to do what we do. And now we're not in the way. No league has beef with Bullpen. Smack supports us the same way ARP supports us. You know what I mean? And they in the whole situation like King of the Dot supports us the same way. I'm not booking y'all talent. And if it like the people I'm booking, if it's gonna be somebody against it's gonna be established people already.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all can't claim them like y'all own them. Type shit. So
Right. I commend you on that though.
Well, where you going next?
I'm outside, man. I'm outside. I took a whole year off last year, battle rap. The shit kind of got overwhelming for me. You know what I mean? Like, you see how fake it got. You know what I mean? I can't.
I don't see it all.
Yo. That's why you left, nigga.
Right.
Nah, for real, but it got overwhelming. I don't know how to really play these politics, these fake friend games, and if I'm not fucking with you. Like, you know, and they, like, it's a lot of shit. It was just weird. It was a whole lot of shit. And even with Bullpen, I'm dealing with a lot of personalities of battlers that's really, like, they not talking to me, but, like, you know, about me as if I owe them certain things.
Right.
And they overlooking, like, the platform, like, where you making your name at. Mm-hmm. So it's certain things, like, so if you battled on my platform, right, and you got the most views with me, right, you made the most money with me, your resume is the best, and to the point where other leagues is going to book you. Why is it easier for another league to book you now than it is for me to book you when I'm the one that provided these opportunities?
You want the answer?
Right.
You want the answer?
I know the answer, but I want to hear the answer.
Cause they broke, nigga. They broke.
It's not about money.
Most of these niggas is broke.
It's not about money though.
You gonna pay a nigga $5,000. Somebody gonna call him with $2,000 when the rent due, and he's gonna go do that shit.
Okay, I might pay a nigga $2,000. Somebody gonna call him with a battle for free. You see what I'm saying? But they'll take it just to get next to that person for whatever they think, just to look like you being booked. It's not even a look. It's not even a good look. You just want to look like you being booked. Bro. So if I'm seeing that, I'm like, yo, bro, and then now I'm trying to book you. I'm giving you another big battle or whatever, an opportunity. Can you give me more money? Can you book me against somebody else? Bro, you just battled Backpack Billy. You feel me? Like somebody's literal. I'm booking you for some shit that's gonna have 800 people in the crowd with a pay-per-view. How is it difficult for me? So that got, it got discouraging. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, y'all want to act like that? I'm gonna fall back. And then when I fell back, you see people that's acting like, oh, I deserve this. I don't know what they was doing. Where, you know what I'm saying? You had everything laid out. What's up? Mm-hmm. And then now Bullpen back outside with their close range. These same people is, yo, I can't get on the card. That's fucked up. Niggas is mad. They can't get on certain cards. Like, dog, you act like I owe you this.
Listen, I love the art, but it's toxic.
It's too toxic.
It's toxic.
Would it make you feel better to know that that's not just battle rap?
I know it's not. I know it's not. Yeah,
okay.
I know it's not.
Just know that in every level of the industry, there are ungrateful niggas.
For sure.
There are ungrateful creatives, artists. There are people who will cut off their nose to spite their face. Mm-hmm. There are people who, when they win, was all in. Mm-hmm. When they lose, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. It's your fault I lost. It's my fault that I won. You was just there.
Yeah.
You didn't give me the opportunity. Nah. I did that for you, bro. I helped you out. But when they L, that's your fault. Yeah. You did that. You didn't spend the money in the right place. You didn't spend enough money. You didn't put me in the right room. You didn't put me in enough rooms. Whatever it was your fault. They showed up drunk to an interview, your fault.
That's real.
They went and did something for free, your fault.
I dealt with that too because, like you said, you bring up the bad news and the low soul. These are the people that really stood out.
Right.
And there's battlers that felt like I was pushing them more than I was pushing you. And I would really have to sit down and talk to them like, yo, do you realize every card that Bad News and Loso was on, you was on? So don't blame me because the fans are gravitating towards them more than you. Don't say I'm not pushing you more.
You wanna know why that happens?
Is he
What
broke,
was that?
nigga?
Cause they're broke.
That was the scene right there. Right? The scene on lottery ticket.
Listen, man. I think there is a level of lyricism that kind of sparks a higher intellect. There's a code that's missing. Shit just can't keep getting simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler. It has to be like something that's gonna.
It's the powers that be's fault, because they got the power to push the button. Radio,
highlight
the
whatever,
labels. It's trendy. Oh, this is winning. Let's make these. And
Right.
I think I was saying it's like it should be so fucked up, but these new artists don't even get it. It's like they're so easily disposable so fast.
Yeah.
Like when Ice Spice came, I'm like, okay, it's a cool sound. My daughter likes it. And then I'm listening to this new song. I think the girl's from Brooklyn, Breezeland.
Lola Brooke.
No, not Lola Brooke. Lola Brooke raps. She's a rapper.
Yeah,
She
right.
fire.
Not to discredit anybody, but there's another girl, I believe, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, and I love the fucking song. When I heard it, I did think it was Ice Spice. But it's to show you, like, not saying it's her fault, whatever, but whatever's winning, you're gonna go with. Then you got the record labels that stem in green, it's nothing, put it out, fizzles out, catch the next one, fizzle out. If you notice, they pumping out 20 artists like that, that's all you're gonna hear. You going to the club, all you hearing is the same shit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like it's crazy. They don't play Cole in the club. They don't play Nas in the club. They don't play, you know what I'm saying? It's like a certain place for all this shit. But I believe like it's the powers that be. They don't sign enough rappers. They don't take enough chances for lyricism. Although think about it, the industry signed more lyrical rappers. That's what you would hear. It'll be balanced.
No,
Honestly,
honestly,
there was a point in time, yeah, back in the early
Niggas
2000s.
can walk into
I
a
don't
record
blame the
label office
industry.
and spit a 16 and
And
get
get
it.
signed.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Niggas ain't doing
that was
none of
that
that.
was my past, nigga. If I walked up to a rapper and I rap to him, I'm in the studio with him tomorrow. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
It's not that. There's supposed to be a natural evolution where the rappers themselves become the tastemakers. They become the label owners. They become, you know what I mean, the businesses that's putting out the music.
Right.
Everybody that's on got put on by somebody who rapped.
Facts.
That's high level.
Facts.
There was a rapper that said, oh yeah, that nigga's crazy. I'm gonna put him on. You know what I mean? You just named Drake, Kendrick, Cole. Who put them on?
Big homies.
Look how they rap.
And look, not only that, why they still around? They had the big homies. Niggas that did it, learn from them.
I think
Ain't no big homies. A lot of these cats don't got big homies no more. Ain't nobody here that did it. They going out here, you know what I'm saying? They coming straight from their bedrooms, laptop beats, record themselves. Oh, it went, cool, boom. There it is. Don't even mix the records, don't master the records. They don't know nothing about that shit. And they hit.
A
And
lot of niggas is figuring it out.
Facts.
Starting their own record labels. Signing their
Yeah,
own
but
artists.
that's how you end up fucked up. That's how you end up fucked up too.
Not really.
Yeah, you do.
When you start your own label,
Yeah, you end up fucked
Jay
up.
started his own label.
No, he
Everybody
didn't.
turned
No,
him down.
Jay was at the feet of a lot
Everybody
of
turned Hoffa.
Jay was at the feet of a lot of masters to learn how the industry went. He also had Dame with him. Dame had a successful group
But
that
he
he was
started
out.
his own label though.
But he didn't start it. He didn't start it out of he didn't start it because
Nah.
I'm in my own apartment. I just want to start a label. No, he had Dame Dash who knew the business. He had Biggs who had money. He had money. They could afford to make mistakes. They could afford this, and they learn how to talk and they learn how to do shit. Most of these dudes come out their house with a record. You don't know how to talk to niggas.
Yep.
You don't know the spots you're supposed to go to.
Yep.
Somebody say something that you don't like, you take it personal. They give you a deal where they're trying to get the best out of it. Fuck you, nigga. I don't do business with niggas I don't fuck with. You walking out the fucking door. Nigga, I'm not your friend. I'm here to do
Taking
business.
shots at a little homie, man. I know who you're talking about, man. Stop doing that. I like that kid.
The
man.
worst
Stop
part,
doing
the
that.
worst part is there's so many dudes who fall into that category. I have these conversations 3-4 times a day.
Listen, it's called the music business. The biggest word
Business.
in that is business.
And they don't understand it.
You keep taking shit personal because you want things to be fair.
Nah,
It's not fair.
But that's everybody.
You don't get what you deserve. You get what you can negotiate. How much leverage do you have? None. Where's your financial track record? Nothing.
MECC, I swear to God, you said the same shit on 100 episodes.
Because it never goes away. It's not my fault that these niggas didn't learn from episode
Listen,
one. I wish they stopped doing it.
Shout out to everybody who has that dream but also has the intelligence to figure out how to make it work.
Facts.
You dig what I'm saying?
Facts.
We got a legend, and I have to say legend.
Thank you.
He is a legend.
Yeah, true.
Fact.
No doubt about it.
Thank you.
In the building, and you can even hear through his conversation how the business kind of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody with his level of success, 17 million records sold. 17 million. You got 17 million or something? You know, right? Okay, you know what I mean? But, you know, educate yourself.
Bullpen, doing the exact same thing. Starting out the gate, you saw how it was supposed to go, came up with new ideas. You're innovative, learn from big homies. You put it together and you're doing your thing now. That's what it's supposed to be, but it's not overnight.
Yeah,
It ain't overnight.
Absolutely.
If you want to get here, it starts there.
Facts. Facts.
I swear, I mean, bring it back to the niggas don't learn. Should be crazy. Crazy. Final words.
Pandemic, April 15th, man. Bullpen Battle League, Pandemic, going down to Atlanta, KOD. Shout out to Akinelli. But yeah, Status Flow on the way too. That's the name of the album. I got music dropping too as well. We're gonna break that stigma.
Status Flow.
Dope.
I like that.
Dope.
Since we're in the barbershop, you know.
Shout out to Bart.
Yeah.
Good brother.
Good brother.
Absolutely. I was like, shit, we in the barbershop, go get some fucking do-rags, man. That's what you go do. Since we in the barbershop.
Oh, you talking about the do-rag.
You can't go nowhere, no beauty spot store without seeing. I want look, without seeing me on the fucking cover.
He got the smooth shit too.
Yeah, I got
like,
the velvet, I got everything.
Bro, I'm bullheaded.
I
I
got
want to wear
everything.
one of them shit, bro.
I got everything.
Shit fire.
Yeah.
You feel like a superhero when they got the long cape. I hate the little baby
They signed a
cape.
deal with Walmart. Now we in all the Walmarts nationwide now. So like it's bigger than just the music
That's
and
crazy.
the acting. So a lot of times motherfuckers be like, man, when you gonna drop something? When you gonna get into it? It's like, yo, I got so
other
much
shit
shit
going
that takes up my time. Whether it's the fucking 2 kids I got, rapping, acting, work, it's a lot of shit. So and thank y'all for opening up the we paused me. I got paused.
No, you said
hoes.
But I just want to thank y'all for opening the doors for me and the homie, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I be
Man,
watching
cut
y'all
it
niggas
out,
all the
man.
time, so it's a pleasure.
Nah, we-
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.